see who's small. Your stream size. Oh.
She already knows that Kyle's brain is small.
Not as small as Disco.
I mean, I am small, but that doesn't mean my brain is small.
Small Disco, small brain. She's like, no.
Kyle's is just like rattling around in there.
Less biomass to go around for Disco.
And now I must scroll up to find the super chats that YouTube heated when Kyle was late and live.
Late? Where's Dev?
Well, he's Dev. You can't judge based on him, frankly.
Dev is late.
Dev didn't say
Andrew
he couldn't
Jackson
make it.
says, late. Kibbs is out buying pizza. I thought you couldn't afford that. Dev is eating for lunch. Sir Arch is reading up on hentai. At least we get Desco computer was attacked by a cat.
Wish I had pizza.
Not today.
To be fair, there's some good hentai stories, okay? There's one about a dude who wants to get killed by a succubus, and it started as this really dumb little hentai story, and it's actually evolved into a relatively good story, which confuses me. It's like, why am I still reading this? They haven't even fucked yet. And dark, too. Like, holy hell, the protagonist was raped by his father, who dressed him up as his mother because he went hard psycho. Like, oh, Jesus.
You read some weird stuff.
I do on occasion.
That's all I'm saying. You read some weird stuff.
Andrew Jackson also says F in the chat for Mayo, and there are several Fs already there. Many Fs for Mayo.
Dev needs
He also
to be
asks, can we buy a Rat Power woman's clothing? I feel like that's a narrow market
Niche.
there, but
funny. Why not?
We need mustard. No, come on. We'll get him.
I
speaking
was thinking
of,
of getting another one and ordering like a brown one and calling it barbecue.
Barbecue.
Brother Doom also says, I wonder what the Dice Gods will shove up a Dev's bum-bums this week.
Nothing,
We'll have to
apparently.
see.
If anything, it better be shoved out.
More
Nara wants his helper back.
importantly, Kyle, I still don't see any Audacity files in my fucking messages.
What was the things you were going to do for me in exchange for that cringy thing you want from me?
This was promised many years ago.
But
And you're like
yeah.
4 weeks late.
Hi.
Wow,
Late.
I'm not
Dev's here.
I'm not 4 weeks late.
You're
No, but you're
6
6
minutes late. Dev, kill yourself. You're going to have to. In Minecraft, of course.
I think,
Okay, bye.
I think you should take 100 XP off Dev for being late.
Almost
Dev's like,
zero.
no.
For every minute, it's 100 for that minute. 600. It's like, oh, she.
Pay up, Dev. Dev's like, oh, unchecking skills.
Where's the skill XP Diabore?
My character is becoming retarded.
I will pay in lunches.
100 lunches.
Where's my lunch, Dev?
I feel like Dev is going to be dead at that point, but such is life in reality. Right, so last time you encountered a band of orcs and you basically got everything terribly, terribly wrong. Dev decided to go sneaking, which 9 out of 10 times works out lovely. This time it did not. Gnarl was the frontline tank. He wandered a little bit off to the side to have a weapons throwing match with a greenskin, which ended in a draw. And the front line, now suitably distracted, left the rear line to deal with a black orc and 2 other orcs, which led to the poor Mayo ending. Yeah, the Mayo ending.
Scrazzle did not enjoy his new role as a tank.
Yeah. So what do we actually do now? Because we needed this guy, and now we can't get him, or at least this guy's corpse.
We needed what was on his corpse. We don't actually care about the corpse.
What we're gonna do though, because we're all beat up.
Well, we have
And
to
if
You
we-
say
up
that.
and
I
then
only
try
have 2
again.
wounds, but some of the party, not as much.
If we
Crazy
rest and wait, I mean, we're
You
gonna
let
lose track
the
of him, aren't we?
ranged
He's dead.
Tank.
His body ain't going anywhere unless the orcs eat it or take it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They might.
I mean, the orcs are similar to Skaven in that regard. They don't care what they eat.
And I've got only 3 wounds left. We can't get into another fight and try this again.
Well, you currently find yourselves in the dark, cold, dank wood again as night is closing in. You have escaped from the orc band, and you are back more or less on the path that you found using the compass. Now, what'll happen to the body is anybody's guess, but orcs are famous looters, so if he was carrying anything, that is likely to have gone with the orcs.
So, do we need to like heal up at the boat
Need to
and
do
then
2 towers
and
and
then
track
chase
the
them or
orcs.
like track them? Because I mean, if we heal 4 wounds a day in our boat, right?
Keep in mind that's assuming that we like dedicate a day to resting, because I'm pretty sure that's
Yes.
how that works.
Yes, we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
have
also
might
need
have to.
medical attention because my hand got
Got
mangled.
swacked.
I think some of us have medicine, don't we?
Oh god.
I don't think anyway.
not yet.
Mangle was going to be the one that had medical skill, but he's dead.
The
Mm.
corpsicle. But
He is
medical rolls
he
in,
is
right?
pizza.
What is the penalty for that? What's the skill?
Well,
Probably-
first I need to interject because this is hilarious and I find it funny. A Streamlabs chats from Halberd Chan saying, Hans, how could you leave me behind? Why have you betrayed me?
That's not
You
that
see,
funny.
it wasn't me who betrayed. First, it was the dice god, and then a few other people, specifically orcs.
And Dev.
He can count as an orc
It was
for this
actually kind
case.
of funny.
Hashtag punish Dev. Justice for Mayo.
Just if it's for Halberd Chan. So, for the medical skill, you require medical attention of any kind. So, anyone can make a medical roll, which is
Probably intelligence.
it's certainly something, that's for sure.
There's no basic skill for it, so it has to be an intelligence roll.
Let's see. Oh god. I think that's probably gonna be your character?
If it's
I
just
have
based off
49 on
intelligence,
intelligence. It might even be best for me to do it.
does it say it needs to be someone else or just a check?
Well, medical skill, I have a sneaking suspicion, is an advanced skill. So the best you can do right now is just tend to her. At least make the wound not worse. And then I have to
And-
find a doctor, I guess.
Is that an intelligence
Kyle's
roll?
probably the best one for intelligence. I think his main stat. isn't it?
Arch, answer the
Uh,
goddamn question, you whore!
Well, Kyle.
Ah!
You know what you could do? You know what you could do?
Fan
You
Arch?
could go off to Altov and study the lore of fire for a few years, and then you could cauterize Disco's arm.
As she's already like healed, I could just
At
light
that
her
point, I
arm on
don't think
fire.
we need special like mage training to cauterize. Pretty sure there's something
you
hot.
do. There's a literal spell called cauterize. So
Yeah.
Sure, if he wants to do the spell cauterize, but we don't need a spell to do that.
We could
well,
still...
no.
use
You
fire.
assume that cauterize exists in this world. It doesn't. It's only the spell now.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So, in order to look at the wound, it's intelligence.
In order to look at the wound, just stop it from making it worse. At least, yes, that is intelligence. And
still,
you would
Disco.
need the.
I'll be
Oh,
using a
her
fade on
arm
that,
falls
Disco.
off.
I'll be... Hold still one more time. See, she's shaking. You can't wiggle, wiggle, scrazzle.
Like, squealing at Krasnikin. Like, this is my gun hand.
Better. Finally holding steel. Now, hold on. I haven't reset the skills. Oh, I did reset the
I'm
fade.
yelling at Krasnikin that this is my favorite hand.
All right, that's what 2 degrees of failure then.
That's much better than 5.
E6 actually, because you gotta remember these are untrained, so you get a -30 regardless.
Mhm.
So yes, it's a lot better. That is it. Disco has her hand rubbed against various plants. Koshnikid is not particularly sure that these plants have medicinal properties, but he has heard that some plants do possess medical properties. Ergo, plants equal healing.
Wait, can't I have the herbalism skill.
then you could point him towards the correct plants now that he's finished healing. Yes.
Well, you didn't tell me we were using plants.
Oh well, we weren't using plants either. That was simply me visualizing his check.
Uh-huh. I would think I can probably stab him when he takes the plants out and help him pick the right ones.
I doubt there are many plants in the area capable of soothing shattered bones in the hands, regardless. Disco's affliction will not get any worse, but her hand will remain incapacitated until she's seen someone with a medical skill.
I'm sure there's a veterinarian in one of the nearby towns.
Probably, yes.
Considering that would be the closest thing to a human being able to help if we could bribe a human. Or threaten a human. Or hold them hostage. But I don't feel like going anywhere near a town. Not at these amount of wounds.
Well, maybe it's time to return to the old healing chart, yes. 1 wound per week, yes.
Then we
I was
looking at the-
We'll
I was looking
reconvene
up-
next month, guys.
I was looking up medical attention. It says that you need to either use the heal skill or the application of healing magic or draughts.
Yes,
wounded.
which I don't think you have either of.
No, but it means we just need to get a place where we can buy healing draughts. Yes?
Alright,
Yeah, we don't have a lab
proposal.
yet, do we?
We're gonna head back to the town because at this point we'll be sitting on this boat in the middle of nowhere for retarded amount of time, so the orcs will have already be gone. We're gonna head back. We're gonna grab some Skaven, and then we're gonna go out hunting for this orc war band.
Man, I'm wondering how would you? So, all right, party gets banged up, right? They're now heavily wounded. They have to rest for a month. Does the rest of the plot just halt at that point?
I mean, it could keep going. We'll just slowly be in deeper shit as time progresses.
Like, it seems problematic. You might just have to engage with really low stakes, but I remember reading some of the pre-made adventure models where there's like an evil wizard building doomsday weapons, and I was like, the party just needs to chill now for a month. Like, well.
Alrighty, built this
Come on.
doomsday weapon,
mean-
we killed the
Those
party.
fancy quarters, though.
Shit, I guess.
I mean, it's basically just XCOM at this point, then. Like, you're just shit out
Yeah.
of luck.
Yeah, just like XCOM. Sometimes you can do you can min-max as much as you can, but if the die just say, "Welp, go fuck yourself," well, what else can you do?
Then you lose the game.
Indeed.
Womp womp.
It's a bit harsh. All right, so you're returning to the town then, and to your boat.
Yes, there's nothing else we can do at this point. But we're
Because
gonna
we
order
can't
some healing
re-engage them in our
droughts.
current state at all.
We're gonna purchase some healing droughts, and we're gonna learn from this lesson. We're gonna keep a standard stockpile,
They're just 1 gold per, 1 gold each.
so we'll get 2 per person, I think. How much gold do we have, hands? Is that pop?
A shit ton. It's like a. Let me look at the party bank.
Make it 30 per person. Oh,
No, you don't have enough weight capacity for that.
The boat does.
You fucking noodly arm wizard.
Ooh, the boat should have a stockpile of extra supplies as well. Good point, hands.
That would be smarter, yes.
Good thinking, hands. Little head pats on them.
Okay. Okay, so you said you want 2 per person?
Yes, purchase 2 per person, so everyone has a couple healing droughts, and then in the boat put 2 per person in there as well. So a total of 2, 4, 6. So
Okay,
we can expend 2 and then go back to boat and grab another 2 if need be.
Okay, so you want 2 per person and then just an additional static 6 on the boat.
Yep.
Alright.
That way
So
we have a
then we
stockpile.
have... Alright. Gold has been expended.
Now the GM raises his hands and asks, "Where are you intending to acquire these potions?"
We're gonna have to wait for the Skaven to go out and get them. We don't have an in-store shop. I already know that. Send out the Skavens for supplies from another local warren.
If we're doing that,
We'll have to
then
spend time to
Gnarl
heal
would
as
want to
well.
add to that shopping list.
Might as well. Does anyone else need anything?
Second halberd.
I'm not going to pay for another Storm Vermin halberd. I'm just going to pay for a regular halberd.
No, buy the Storm Vermin halberd. Worst
You
case
wanna buy-
scenario, we recover your previous one, and then we just
At that
resell
point,
it.
he's going to be paranoid. He's going to have the backup just on the boat.
Yes. How much for one of those little chain things so you don't fling your weapon again?
I don't.
Oh yeah,
that-
I need one of those. If I
that's
can
not a
heal
standard
this.
thing. If that's the case,
Hmm.
I'm going to just use the party warp token so we don't have to dip into the army tokens like we did last time.
Where's the tab for the buildings? I think this is turning into a construction episode. Put on your Bob the Builder hats, everyone.
Is there a
Dude,
tab for the buildings?
order
There
me a new
was.
hat.
But I don't remember where it moved to. Who made
Order
one?
me a barbecue.
Oh, Jesus, there's a lot
Yes.
of dark forests here, I see.
Want a brown one. Make sure you add that on the list.
What tab was it? Hands.
For what?
Alright, now that I've got your attention. What tab was the buildings under?
Like buildings for the Warren?
E.
I don't remember if we actually have a proper tab for that in the
What?
game.
Did I have a dream about this? I could have sworn there was a tab.
I know we talked about it, but I think it was just written down somewhere.
Yeah, it was written
Didn't
down.
we have
here.
it in a
References.
spreadsheet?
I thought it was in the game. I swore. It's like just one thing. Maybe it's under references.
We got boat upgrades on there. No.
What? March, are you ready to be banned from this party? Well, you can. That's what you get. Did I have a dream that there was a buildings thing that Arch made? I swear to God, I thought I did. I thought.
No,
this
we
was a
talked
thing.
about
Well,
it.
how long is it gonna take for the stuff to be delivered?
It's
Gonna be a few
it's
days.
it's in notes.
Notes.
Is it notes?
Who's a good little
Well, yeah.
Arch?
I have to look up how long it's gonna take to be delivered.
No, he's answering my question.
Ah, player tab. That's where it's at.
Okay, how long is it gonna take for things to be delivered? Art.
In the case of healing growths, that's the kind of stuff that Ludmilla can get for you, but she'll
Yeah.
take a premium.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that.
So the base cost was 14 for 2 per person plus 6 on the boat.
She adds on like 30%, so 30 silver per.
Haggle. Haggle. Because the thing is, like, we need these potions because there's a big war band. A mighty horde.
Doesn't
Hmm.
Grazzle have haggle?
Scrazzle?
I'm not
Scrazzle?
sure. I think I have it, but the base skill for it. No, I don't have haggle. I can get it, but I don't want to take it because the base skill is fellowship, and
Do I have haggle?
my fellowship is shit. So
I think
even if
everyone's
it was
fellowship is shit.
even if it was
Skaven
a
fellowship
tech
in
skill,
general is
it
pretty
would
hot.
still be bad.
Oh yeah, so you would have a grand total of 26 even if you had it.
Yeah, so that's why I've never taken it. I think do I get 10% on it because of a skill I have? Am I get 10%
You
on
can
it?
purchase it multiple times, up to like 4 times, I
yeah.
think.
Because I have a skill somewhere.
Because you can get a mastery,
on.
a second mastery, then a talent, and then a second talent is what I'm seeing
Okay,
on the
I
sheet.
have deal maker, which will give me an extra 10%, which would take it to a grand total of 37, which is still only a 1 in 3 chance.
Pretty great.
The chat's asking, can't you make healing drafts? Yeah, sure. Just as soon as we buy a lab, which will probably take longer to get there than the healing draft.
Probably.
How many tokens do we have, Higgins?
We have a total of 7. 5 of those are being used to buy me a new Storm Vermin halberd.
There will never be another building in this war, and I just want to say. The prices are
new
in
rat
the
rat.
hundreds. All right. We're abandoning the Warren, and we're gonna sell it for fucking warpstone token.
Turns out being Warren owner expensive.
It costs hundreds of tokens for just a guard
Life
station.
taxes too high.
Guess what
The
it is
thing
for
is-
just a guard post? They want 10 warpstone tokens for some like dirt piled up.
The thing is, the guard station only costs like 5 stone vermin halberds. It's fucking cheap, boy.
That's the cheapest thing.
We can do what we did last time for the Storm Vermin Halberd, which is take from the army points. Because if I remember it, you said 1 point is effectively 1 token.
How many army points do we have?
Because I see that we have 5 reduced from the initial 500, which means that we
Yes.
spent 5 of it.
I feel
That
we need
is,
to
what-
start breeding some slaves to sell.
So if that's the case, then we have 35 additional points we can spend or use to buy
Let
other
me
things.
rephrase. I said hundreds, Hans.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the guard post.
Hans, we're not
Okay,
getting the
I
guard
afford it.
post.
I think we can afford a new rat.
Actually, you know what? Maybe we should get the guard post. We should also get a new squeaker.
Yeah.
And then also I want 1 squeaker for fucking Razzle to hold a shield so she can be a proper Jezile. That should block arrows and stuff.
Arrows and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
But
Wait,
the
who's
guard
gonna hold
post
the
will be able to
shield?
increase the garrison's potential. So, because I feel a little bit nervous with only 10 storm vermin, but basically that'll effectively double the amount of guards we have to 20.
There is also the ability to purchase warp tokens for gold at a frankly unreasonable exchange rate.
I think a Warren will have to be looted.
Will have to be looted. That's
That
pretty
too.
disgusting.
That too.
One of our neighbor Warrens had an unfortunate accident, I think.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Don't understand how this happened.
Oopsie.
Y'all died.
Not all died. Some slaves.
True.
Alright, so what are we getting then? Just so I can tally that up and make sure I'm tallying the right thing.
Oh, the right things.
Silence.
And silence descended upon the universe.
Well, we're getting the health potions. What have you written
Yeah.
down so far?
I have the potions.
Okay. Good go.
I have my halberd.
Good go.
And then after that, I heard a lot of noise. Because I was trying. He says then Arch was saying
Pet
on
rat.
top of that, it's like,
I
We need-
like how
We need a barbecue rat.
it was a wolf rat, wasn't it?
Well, 1 warp token can be bought for 6 gold coins. So that's another thing as well.
How much gold do we have?
More than warp tokens.
That helps.
so
Very little.
without touching anything or buying anything, we have 1,807 gold.
How much to
51
convert that
silver,
into all
35
warp
copper.
tokens? Well, I'm kidding. That'd be a terrible idea. All right, let me open up the building module. It might be possible to convert portion of that. No. We're nowhere near getting 400 warp tokens even with that. We'll have no gold left.
What were you thinking about?
I was gonna get the marketplace so we don't have to deal with load mail out for purchasing items. The merchant section.
The
That will be
mercantile
a
one, yeah.
worthwhile investment. But let's see about the mines,
Well,
though.
also bear in mind that the easiest way for you to get money immediately is the underground port, which has space for up to 10 raiders. 1 raider is 80 tokens. The 1 raider will bring you 2 D20 tokens at the start of each session per ship.
We need raiders.
He sounds useful.
That's
It
why we
does.
bought the 2 captains for the clan rats.
Do we need a war barge for that? I hope not. Oh, raiders, they're there.
Yes, no, the war barge will bring you a lot more, but it's big. It is an actual like fucking warship.
How much to convert enough of the gold into tokens for that, Hands? Calculator man. Oh, you took
What was
accounting.
the total?
It was 1,000 gold or so. We need a total of 80 tokens.
330. You need the underground port too.
Oh,
Because right now you've just got like an inlet for your ship. There's no space for anything else in there.
That's ludicrous.
And you said 5 to 1 for gold to or stone token?
6.
Oh, Jesus, no. 6 to 1. What do you think I am, made out of money?
If we converted literally every gold coin we have into a token, it is 301.167 warp tokens.
And how many tokens have we got
Uh,
already?
Like 30.
7 before
Oh, 7.
any
Sorry.
purchasing.
And what about the base points? What did we only used 350 of those so far? Or? No. Hang on. I'm looking at the wrong one. We have a few left in the base points.
Plus 35. 336.17.
What if we sold Dev?
One Skaven? That's not a whole lot.
You might get a token for him, frankly.
One
If we're
slightly
lucky.
defective sneaky squeaker.
If you say that, we're getting nothing. And he's getting put on the spit.
Well, look,
He's
we
getting
already
put-
determined that I wasn't very good at haggling.
Hmm.
From the sounds of it, we just need more stuff. Period.
Sure. What did we not?
Guaranteedly, we can get 20 for 100 tokens.
We raided some stuff recently. I don't know if we sold it.
The stuff from the city was sold off, yes.
It's been sold. Okay.
Already calculated.
We do have the very fancy helmet, which maybe I should have.
That was from I think what was it? That was the thing from the temple.
Yeah, but we still have it.
Yes.
Can Kyle get Haggle? Because if Kyle could get Haggle, that's 51.
Gotta open up the rule book, though.
I mean, unless I can get it,
On
teach it to him, but that's
stream.
probably going to take too long.
Probably gonna take a while, yeah.
And be like the blind teaching the blind.
Well, we'll get the raider so we can start generating potentially a lot of stuff, or potentially nothing.
That's a good starting goal. Port and a raider. That'll start getting you a steady income, and you just need a little bit more cash.
Yes, then we need to save up for that marketplace, but I think we'll get... first thing.
Where was the port on this listing?
Near the bottom, number 3, from the bottom up.
Oh, there it is. Underground token. Or underground port. That's why I wasn't seeing it right away.
250 plus 80.
Now, does Kyle want to try and haggle for the price of the tokens, or will you simply pay 1 gold, 30 silver per healing draught?
Keep in mind that's literally spending everything to get the port and the raiders, which means we're
Not
not
getting any items,
getting
period.
anything else.
There's no haggling happening. We're out of money. And we're gonna have to spend this money, honestly. Oh, no we're not. We need the items. We gotta hope we can recuperate our losses, otherwise the next combat encounter is going to go abysmally. Looks like we'll be taking a hard pass on that for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we don't get the healing draft, then
Then we
I
die in
can't
battle and nothing
participate in the
matters.
next battle because it's my shooting hand.
Very well.
So
So
then
somebody should be going to Ludmilla then and negotiating access to healing and medical personnel.
Let's see. Drive, come here.
Mir?
I have so many things shared with me. What was the name of the folder, Hands?
What?
Arches, where do you put the RP book? Barge. I
Uh,
doubt
I-
it's Barge.
Can we
honestly,
raise taxes?
Download it.
I just downloaded
I've
it,
got it
so
on
I
my
don't.
laptop, but I don't have it on this computer.
It's pinned in the
Thank
general section.
Discord.
Yeah, because I knew that would just get
general,
annoying, so I just downloaded the PDFs.
General, Skaven RP, Google Drive.
Yeah, I downloaded mine because then I made a copy of them and could score out the ones I've already taken.
It'd probably be under which book again?
So no haggling. It would cost 18 gold for 2 potions per party member, and then 6 on the boat.
Sorry, what was that? I wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to find the book.
To get the potions without any haggling, it's going to be 18 gold.
18 gold?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're looking for the Grey Seer stuff, that's in the Children of the Horned Rat, which there's been made 4 copies of for reasons I'm not entirely
I was
sure.
looking at that going like, I'm a little confused. Page numbers. Where is Grace here? I should have worn my glasses. I put on my tiny monitor. I'm just like squinting to look at
This
this.
is why I save screen caps of that shit, so you don't have to keep looking it up.
Yeah, but I still have to. Let's see. Presence, threats, clan. Even tournaments. Array. Is there a search function in Drive? That might make this go by a lot quicker.
Well, you do not have haggle on the Grey Seer.
I'm pretty sure it does not have haggle.
Tragedy. I was kind of somewhat hoping that it was. But is there like a... For future reference, is there an actual like search button? Like F11 or something?
Control
you-
F.
Control F.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you
There we
download
go.
the PDF, just Control F.
No.
Is it not
It's
cheaper
Google
to
Drive.
do the shallow mining? Because that's 200 tokens plus 100 slaves,
Get
and that generates 20 tokens per session.
Yes, but all of that is locked behind the mercantile warrant because you need a place to sell it. That's why I made those much more effective, because that'll be after a large investment in the mercantile district. Because the mercantile district does everything: export, import, etc.
Okay.
It is the catch-all merchant people.
It is
Yes, correct.
spendy. But it would be pretty good to have.
It would. It'll
Well,
unlock.
It's not
basic-
overly clear in the text document, but alright.
Oh well, I guess we're just gonna have to pay that 18 gold then.
Honestly, that's probably for
I mean,
the best.
I can take haggle, but I'm as likely to make them more expensive. In fact, more likely to make them more expensive.
Yes, we'll just take them for what they're worth
Okay.
then.
There. Now down to 1789.
Ludmilla rubs her hands. Thank you for your return business.
We'll prepare the shackles back at base camp.
Jinkle.
Then
jinkle,
assuming
jinkle.
since we're doing that, that means I'm also paying for the halberd to get here at some point within the month.
And that did include the rat, right, Ham?
How much was it for the rat?
Supposed to have added that.
You mean the Pavis stuff?
We need to replace
Mm.
it.
Wolf
That's
rat.
what I was, yeah, that's what I was asking. Because like, I didn't hear the amount for the rat.
Yes. Are you? What are you looking for precisely?
Wolf rat.
Okay. So like what you can purchase as basically pet stuff, pre-trained for basic attack commands, would be giant rat, wolf rat. Those would be the ones you could control
Yeah, wolf
easily.
rat.
Like shit like rat ogres would need a special class. A pre-trained wolf rat will run you 10 tokens.
At this point, it's an investment.
Okay.
Let's hope it's a good one. Doesn't die.
Hmm. Hopefully, tanks will not be having
All right.
whatever
And you said
else they were
gold,
doing off to the sides.
and you said gold to warp token is 6 gold to 1 token, yes?
Yes.
Correct.
All right. So that is 60 gold.
Oh boy. If this condiment dies, I don't know if I want any more condiments. They're quite expensive.
1729.
Not until we get like a perpetual economy going.
Right now, I'm just taking this out of gold rather than trying to convert it into tokens and then subtract. Just easier just to convert it from the gold.
Fair enough, little Heinz. Sits there, furrowed brow.
All right. That is the wolf rat paid for, the potions paid for, and the halberd paid for.
Good.
There you go. Okay. The potions you can get right now. Ludmilla has them in stock. Everything else will arrive next session.
Do not want to do combat until then. That is for sure. What else can we do today?
Well,
Hold
the
on. What's coming next section?
Our stuff we need?
What's
wolf
coming
rat
right now?
Nope.
and the halberd.
The healing drop.
Oh.
Each person can put 2 on their character sheet.
Right.
We'll have to
Yeah.
spend X amount of days to heal, but what else can we do today?
Well, you do still have an army, and you do know. Well, you don't actually know where the orcs are. You left before that, but
Anyone have tracking?
Probably
Follow.
dead.
Mayo did.
You have follow trail, don't you? Because you got the extra
Oh,
nostrils.
yeah, the follow scent.
I think we all have that, though.
No, you
No.
got a special skill because you got an extra set of nostrils.
That's true. He does.
I keep forgetting I even have that.
I have outdoor survival. That's it.
Yeah, that's not. I think
That's
we
it.
need Kyle's one. So these healing drafts, we've got them now.
Yes.
And if
Yes.
I take one, it'll heal my hand, or
It has no effect on the heavily injured.
right? So it's useless then.
It allows you to heal in combat, but it does not fix your hand. Now you can use one to just splash on yourself, and that'll count as medical treatment, but it will not give the usual healing points.
So we have to find a doctor for Discordia too, right?
Right. So
Yes.
if I pour it on my hand,
Don't
what
do that.
no, I'm asking Arch, not you.
If you pour it on your hand, that will count as medical treatment. Yes,
So that'll fix the hand, but won't give me the points back.
correct.
Okay.
Heavily wounded is defined as 3 hit points or less. So basically, how many points do you have total?
Total.
Yes.
The
12.
wounds.
Okay, so whenever you're above 3 hit points, you can use a healing potion to instantly restore 4 hit points. So when you're on 4 hit points, you can take one to bring yourself up to 8, I think.
Okay. I'm on 0 at the moment,
But your
But,
hand is functioning again.
but I want to use it on my hand. So if that'll work, then I guess I'll just soak my hand in it.
Can do. Strike off 1 healing potion, and Discordia's hand is functional again.
Good. Does that get rid of the critical wound as well, or just the
Yes,
actual
that
physical
puts you
effect?
back at actual 0.
Okay. And I have 1 healing potion left. Gonna have to add it.
So, there was talk about follow trail. Does Kosnikid want to go out into the woods?
With an army behind his back, yes.
Okay. So you you can mobilize the Warden, which will give you what you currently have available, which is 47 clan rats with a command section, 50 Skaven slaves, and 10 storm vermins, with accompanying command sections from the officers you bought.
Okay. Obviously, we're going to wait the time to fully reheal, though. Because we're not going out there with wounds.
Okay. Well, when you ordered the potions, just apropos of nothing, Ludmilla was like, "So, where's the secret documents?"
We're not there. We already made that exchange. Like, you can't do this to birds.
Where are the secret documents, Kyle?
How many days? In the boat's like 4 points. Who's the most wounded person, actually? Let's go by that.
That'll be me.
I would say probably Disco, considering she suffered the actual wound to her hand.
So she has 12. How many wounds do you have total? Like, how many wounds?
12. I'm
I have
on 0 at
13.
12.
3
Okay.
days, then.
I'm on.
And the
I'm on-
critical that was my hand, but I've healed that by pouring the potion on it.
I am on 3 to 15, so I also need 3 days in the boat.
0 to 15 isn't 3 days. The person
no,
with the
I have
most
3
wounds.
No, I have 3 to 15 left.
3 out of 15?
So- Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause
have,
3
when you-
HP out of 15 HP.
Yeah,
have
when you check
2
off the
out of
wounds,
15.
it goes down.
So, the highest person with damage is me with 13. So, whatever 13 is.
That is 4 days in the boat.
Mighty Christ. Well, that
All right,
is what it
let's
is.
sleep for 4 days then.
Poor Kyle.
Need my health back. There. Everybody's all shiny and new. A little bit scuffed up. Not anymore.
Okay, so you're going to allocate 4 days to relaxing, kicking it.
Pretty much.
Everything's cool.
Feeling sorry for myself.
The mobilization can take 4 days. They can slowly mobilize.
I think, yeah, like, that seems reasonable, taking that time just to make sure the army is ready.
Some drilling takes place, of course.
Storm Avengers like, here, you have 4 days to get ready. Like, 5 days later, they're ready.
Well, they aren't perfect, but they're the best we got.
It's true. They're not perfect, but neither are you, so.
We're working on it, though.
All right, you have an army at your backs. It's a little ramshackable. You can't lie. It's a little dodgy, but they are marching in more or less similar fashions, kinda.
Good.
It is a gathering of armed rats. We can at least say that.
That is true. Now, where are you, Ricky? Where are you taking them?
Back to where we went before. Where we last spotted the orcs, and then we're going to try to use follow trail and see if we can follow any signs of the orcs. If not, then we turn on Ludmilla and kill her. Good plan. Well, capture.
Bit hasty, but very well.
It is what it is. Options are limited.
Okay. After another day of relaxed marching through the woods, you arrive back at the point where you suffered your ignominious defeat at the hand of the superior green-skinned hordes.
Nope.
You can start smelling the ground, if you so choose.
Very indignant, I must say, but it is what it is. Hollow Trail. Capital A. Izarch wrote that.
Trial. Why did you do that, Kyle?
I don't feel like using that particularly much, but at the same time, I'm not sure if that'll grow worse or better. It is only one failure. What do you think, Hans?
What would the cost of the failure be here? Would it be that it just takes more time, or what?
Well, we'd have to find out. We can't ask the
Well,
GM.
that's what I'm asking.
Jim can't answer that. What do you think? Roll with it? Because if we don't find him, we're gonna have to take out Ludmilla. I'm not particularly.
I mean,
opposed to
the
either
thing
option.
is, Gnarl, he's going to advocate for, yes, do it. Because, again, he got his shit stolen, as far as he views it. He wants it back.
It was an indignant defeat. We'll do it again. Look at my fate, though. Means I'm the first off the battlefield like a coward, for sure. There.
Wow. All right, so bending over like some kind of second-rate prostitute. A bit mean, actually. A bit mean.
Pinch.
Just a pitch. You begin sniffing around. The Borkiers, the Orky Borkies, have left quite a lot of mess in the area. You discover the half-chewed and broken bones of what you presume to be Ludmilla's scout. He's not looking very good, frankly. Like, they've taken chunks out of him. He's seen better days, and he's unlikely to reveal any secrets at the moment.
Check his
However,
boxes.
you can see that the orcs have not been particularly careful in disguising their trails here. It's like a tank column has wandered through the woods. It doesn't require much in the way of skill and expertise to follow this particular trail.
Okay. Now, most militaries would use scouts to detect the enemy force in advance so they can deploy accordingly. However, I trust our scout.
My
Let's-
lord Karsnicket, remember what happened last time you sent him scouting.
Karsnicket will consult his innermost feelings and decide. The gods. Damn it. Karsnicket, you idiot.
God, sir, it's like, don't be stupid. Or, horned rat.
Use the scout. We shall make advantage of the... We shall...
I tried to be the voice of Skavendom, Chad, I failed.
I'll let the dice gods
So you want me to
decide.
scout ahead, eh? Again?
Again.
This time, alert them. Bonks with staff.
No. This time, if alert them on.
Yes. So I intend to not actually get a sneaky backstab in, but find their location and bring it back.
Hmm.
That's the job.
I hand you a
Okay.
piece of toilet paper. Use this for... Bap me.
Wow.
Is that actual toilet paper or the really fancy butt wipe?
We sold all that.
Damn it. You're right, we did.
So,
just writing on
silent
the
move?
silk.
Silent move.
I'll cast all the usual spells.
All the usual spells? All
Yes.
of them.
Yes.
Very well.
So, Pelt of the Assassin, so that I might be invisible when I stand still.
Mm-hmm.
Sticky Paws and Swift Scamper, so I can walk on walls and run away fast if I have to.
This is wise.
3 hands like
They're all... Cast them all, and roll God damn it! I lost my page. Hold on a second. Jesus.
Jesus.
I don't
can
think
help
Jesus
you.
can help you find your page.
Here we
Jesus,
go.
take the
Silent move.
wheel.
Come on, let's see that 100. I want to have some fun today.
I don't think that's 100.
Not yet.
Damn it.
The arch will just increase the amount of arbitrary rolls he has to make, so then he'll eventually fail.
Good point. Right, that was the first 5 feet of the path, Deb. Roll again.
Oh, shit.
Do you also want a concealment for when I'm standing still during this mission?
That might be a wise idea, yes.
All right. Make sure to add 30 to that.
I'll consider it. Alrighty then. So you've got 1 degree of success on the
Concealment.
movement, and you've got 3 degrees of success on the concealment due to the 30. Presuming you're standing still at the time. All right. Does the rest of the party wish to follow on a set distance behind Dev, or?
Honestly,
If
don't
he's
know-
just scouting
Yeah.
for the location, I don't think we need to because
because
he can.
if he misses one thing, then the army just waddles into a little Judahberg forest. and
Worst
goes,
case, oh yeah, worst case, the army suffers damages.
That would be a hint, unfortunately, wouldn't it?
We will hold completely our position.
All right. Dev is on his goddamn own. All by himself. Na. All by himself. Na. Archie's buying time to do a thing.
Just being fat. That's what's really happening.
Sing along.
He glances at the picture of a pastry he has next to his monitor,
He
dreaming about
caresses
it. Soon.
I'll be right back while Dev does his sneaking.
He's such a hungry lad. He's such...
All right. You may open the image orc camp.
I don't want to.
Not
Okay.
Ivan's images.
Urk key. Now for it to load for 30,000 years. What they need is like a taskbar in this program, as if it was like a little mini version of Windows.
That would be adorable, yes.
You could have like all the little tasks down below and you can minimize them. We kind of can here, but they don't minimize, really. Disintegrate.
They just go away. That's correct.
Well, now for 30 years for the map to load.
I mean, we've confirmed its location. That's basically what we needed, right?
Basically.
My god, the grass popped in.
Oh, you can actually see something. That's
I can see the road. What's like a ramshackle wall? Some hills to the southwest.
some hills, even.
I think I even see some buildings and tarps to the north.
Criminy cricket. Kyle observed none of this. He was like, yeah, hills, buildings.
Is that a hill off to the west there of me?
Yes, that is a hill.
I don't see
Okay.
nothing. All I see is grass and what appears to be.
Ah, I see the little palisade they made at the front of the entrance.
Yeah, what are
Watchtower.
these question marks loading in?
Wait for it to.
Oh, there are question marks. As you can quite clearly tell. They might be trees.
Trees?
There is a possibility that there are trees.
Okay, so should I like perhaps go here on the hill and just peek over the top?
It's a start.
I'll be lying on my stomach, peeking over the top, looking at what I see.
Looking at what you see. A very
Yes.
airtight response, sure. Okay,
Yes.
roll a perception roll. You can see.
Incredible.
My God.
What's out there, Arch?
I mean, it's not certain that you can see at all times. Like there are situations in which you cannot see, but now Deb can in fact see. You see a ramshackle orc camp. It doesn't look particularly massive. Like this is a minor little scouting base of sorts. It does have a little bit of an infrastructure, like they've created a trail of sorts, at least, leading into it and into the woods. So there's some building going on here. The camp itself is made up of a gathering of small huts and tarps and tents. No permanent structures can be seen, like made of wood or stone or anything like that. It all seems rather improvised and temporary. Then again, orc. What is permanent to an orc? They're not even mud huts, in fact.
Arch, I can't believe you would talk this way about black people.
Deaf. Racist. Bad.
Okay, so if this is their approach, do you think that they're smart enough to have trapped the path?
Well, orcs have a certain low cunning, and goblins even more so, particularly when it comes to trap making, because one of their favorite pastimes is trapping and then slowly torturing to death small animals or devs that they happen to catch in those traps.
I mean, that is why the giant map is out in the field and not necessarily the actual camp, right?
Possibly.
Okay, so if we march our army directly up this path, they're going to get trapped.
Well, they're orcs. They're far more likely to wander out and meet you in the field than they are to fight you behind the walls, despite all of the obvious advantages fighting from a fortified position would give them.
Okay, so perhaps I could look for traps.
You could. The possibility of getting spotted will increase drastically the closer you get to the walls.
Okay.
From your elevated position, you would do a rough estimate of probably some 50 to 40 odd orcs, and probably twice that number again in goblins.
Good.
All right. I assume I can't see any markings of a trap or any signs.
No, with that perception roll, you can't.
Yeah. Okay. I think the obvious place for a trap would be the trees there,
woods.
because they could do the same thing where they drop a log on people. That's what we did. So perhaps I should sneak up. Actually, could I maybe could I go back, actually? Go back to the crowd? The team? How
Sure.
far back are they?
A good while. Like, this is hours of trekking through the woods here.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to trigger a trap and then leave, right? Because then they'll know that it's been sprung.
Yep. But you can head back to them.
Okay. Well, then maybe instead of heading back, what I should do is try to... Here. I will actually sneak up to the bushes and look for traps here.
Sneaky squeaky to the bushes.
In fact, I have a trap disarm kit that I can disarm them with.
Ooh. A bear trap snaps shut on Dev's tiny little foot. He screams loudly.
Oh, is that how it works?
Basically, eventually. But you arrive at the edge of the forest. You haven't seen any signs of any traps coming up to this point. Now, searching the woods itself will require another perception action to try and locate the traps.
Okay. Have I noticed any movement in the camp that might let me think that they're on to me?
You can see what appears to be a few sentries on the walls, just patrolling back and forth, but they don't look particularly excited about anything.
All right. So I will now investigate the forest for traps. Okay. I would like to redo that one, if you don't mind.
Very well.
Well,
Even better, Dev.
okay. What
Good
happens?
job. um. Well, no matter what happens, Dev, remember it theoretically wasn't you who sent yourself forward here. It was Kyle who sent you on this obvious suicide mission.
It's okay. We will buy new sneaker squeaker.
And this
Dev's
one will
killing
be
himself.
way sneakier.
God damn it. Meanwhile, we're just all sitting around a campfire. Like, where did Dev? Where's Dev?
We just
He's
like, what
trying.
took so long?
He's trying hard, one might even say. Alrighty then, Dev. You have decided to go off into the forest, looking for traps, and you do definitely indeed discover traps. Of that, there is really no doubt at this point. Roll a agility test, please.
Okay, should be good at those.
Two degrees failure, right? You know.
Dev, how do you not have higher agility? Like your int is really low. Your agility.
It was still really, really, really bad roll anyway.
Yes.
Even
wasn't-
unmodified, I would just barely make that agility roll.
Yeah, I don't know. I just expected his agility to be higher.
My highest stat is toughness.
Remember, he used to be a very different kind of rat.
Yeah.
Right. As Dev curses himself for not having randomly become a priest of Ranald and learning trap sense, he steps into a snare made to entrap a little, like a rabbit creature, one of those little noose snare traps.
Oh, those things, yeah.
Yes. Which yonks hard on Dev's foot as it's attached to a big old bent tree. It's an extraordinarily rudimentary looking trap, too. Like, you can see a massive tree just bent there at a very unnatural angle, with a piece of rope clearly sticking out from it. But Dev is flung into the air by his ankle attached to this trap. This makes quite a lot of noise.
All right, so I'm just hanging upside down now.
Yes.
Can I see if anything's happening with the guards on the wall?
Well, you're hanging up upside down. Blood is rushing to your head. Roll perception, I guess, to use your various senses to figure out what's happening.
I mean, you still have your stuff. You can cut yourself free.
Jesus.
Today's not Death's Day. Right. Yeah. No, you don't notice anything out of the usual.
Oh, God damn it. So they're probably coming and I probably can't see it. So. Well, I would do the same thing in either case. Because I have a pick for a weapon, not a knife. So I probably couldn't easily cut myself loose.
Do you have anything else bladed?
I'm
I have a
pretty
throwing
sure.
star.
In theory, that has sharp edges.
Did
It's
we not get
sharper than
a
the
hand
pick.
weapon? I thought we all got hand weapons.
Yeah, I sold mine after I got my pick.
Oh, well, we should just leave him there then.
Dev is
Well, you're
thinking
gonna
that there
have
might
to-
be other uses for a dagger other than just stabbing things.
How?
Well, I
Right.
actually do have I have a
You-
punch dagger and a tail blade. And also throwing stars. They all have edges.
Well,
You
tail,
have to.
Hold on. I got a question. Arch, how long has it been since Dev has gone out?
Hours.
Is it at this point? I'd say I'll roll a fellowship in order to see if Karsnik is
You
like,
care.
here, it is taking too long.
Like, do I care?
All right.
to see if Karsnik is just going to do something.
Karsnik is concerned.
Not for Rattata, but it's like, should
he's-
have come back
he's
by
Should
now.
concerned
I roll
enough-
fellowship to see if I care?
He's concerned enough to send out a couple of scouts to go looking for.
Okay.
Um.
Which scouts are you intending to send out?
I send one of the storm vermin to go look for him. Karsnik is not.
The storm woman
overly-
looks at you mildly panicked, like, out there in woods, alone?
I pet the storm vermin and I go like, "Yes, return with that other rat thing." And I scratch head.
What
Hey,
if refuse fuse?
Then die.
The storm woman looks mighty downcast at this.
You go find sneaky rat. You get back here. Chop.
Alright, one storm vermin stomps off into the forest, looking rather depressed, muttering something about sneaks and how he'll find something alright.
Parsnicket is not one without mercy. He sends aid. Even if it is one storm vermin.
Keep in mind, we only have 10 of those.
So I have a feeling that my character, in this situation, even though no one's showing up, wouldn't actually probably cut the trap unless he absolutely had to. He would instead try to skitter leap out of it.
That is an
Because
option.
maybe then they would think that whenever they came to check it, whether it's now or down the road sometime, that an animal sprung it and got out and not a rat.
Mhm.
So I'm going
That
to
is-
try and skitter leap away.
Alright. Roll your magic.
Here we go. Let's do it.
That is a success. A failure.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that's a success.
Well, it's Dev and his rolls, I assumed. Okay.
Hmm.
Right. Dev skitterleaps away from the trap with a puff of sulfur and brimstone and appears somewhere nearby in sight.
Right, so because of the forest,
further
means
action?
it should be hard for them to see the puff of smoke.
Maybe. But I guess since I've at the very least confirmed the existence of traps, I can now head back and tell people that there are traps.
As suspicions confirmed.
Wow.
Should make Dev roll for insanity points. Just out of
He
shits
goes
and giggles.
crazy before he gets back.
Just crazy, yes. Alright, now. On a completely unrelated shit. Well, that's unfortunate. Right, how are you exiting the forest, Deb?
I guess I'll just run south.
Okay, are you making any efforts to be sneaky about it, or are you just legging it?
Well, I will be sneaky about it. I thought my previous roll counted.
Yeah, I'm just asking what you're doing, specifically.
Yes, I'll be sneaky about it.
Okay. You sneak your way out of the woods. As you are leaving, you do spot a small band of goblins armed with spears and bows, heading towards the forest, all chitter-chattering to one another happily at the prospect of torturing whatever was silly enough to get caught in their trap.
How many?
About 20 odd.
Jeez. Okay.
Torture is a community sport, don't you know?
Oh, maybe you know what? We could actually use this to our advantage.
You say we. You're the only one who's nearby.
No. I mean, if we let's say before we make our attack, we spring one of their traps, and so some of their forces will come out and be separate from the main group, and then we can just kill them very easily with our army.
Yep, tell our characters that. Dev.
Well,
'Cause my
I will
character
when
has
I get
no
back.
idea that there are traps there to begin with.
I'm on the way back now, Kibbs.
Arsenic would gladly walk into that forest and be like, cover! And then, as he dies.
To be fair, there is still cover there. It's just, has a few surprises in there.
Essentially, yes.
All right. On your way back, Dev, you get back to camp, where just on the outside of the camp, you come across a storm vermin sleeping, leaning up against the tree.
This
Dev
is
is
a,
unfazed by
this
this.
is
Apparently,
a-
he's just astounded by this
this is
sight
a
that he witnessed.
big discovery.
Sorry. I was brewing some coffee.
Oh, you and your 30 things you're doing at the same time.
I'll poke him.
All right. He grumbles something about being unable to eat anymore.
Dev cannot
I'll
sympathize
poke
with
him
this.
in the stomach.
All right. He wakes up eventually with a bit of a snarl as he looks up at you. I found you, sneaky person. Yeah. Gracie wants you back at camp now.
You see, I have no idea he was sent out to find me, right?
No, you don't.
So I guess I'll just shrug and go back to camp.
The storm vermin follows behind you, looking mighty proud of himself, announcing to the camp, "Have returned, found sneaky thing, yes."
Found nap thing. Squeak.
Dev is poked in the back with the butt end of a halberd.
All right, so I'll head back to the group.
All right.
And I'll say, many traps, squeak, squeak. Forest traps, squeak, squeak.
Number of orc? Goblin, even?
I hold up all the fingers on both of my hands. And I'll say, many more than this.
Yes, but how many?
Arsenic is going to see if he can restrain himself from thwacking him with his staff. Oh, for God's sake.
Curse my high fellowship.
Curse
Oh,
it.
yours.
All right, so 10 greenskins then. Good.
There's 10 tens of greenskins.
Wow.
Any big orcs or just greenskins?
I don't recall. I saw goblins and orcs. I think
The
that's
thing
it.
is, objectively, I did write down the number. Gnarl is
Yeah.
trying to figure out.
I don't. I'll just say.
Approximately 50 orcs and approximately 100 goblins.
But here's the thing. I didn't
But
the
the thing is,
see
Arch,
it that clearly though.
but Arch says that is what your character guesstimated there was.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I thought. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that could still be inaccurate information. It's just he said that's what you believe.
Yeah.
That is your
10
interpretation
I'll
of the current
say-
situation.
10 tens of the small ones and 5 tens of the big ones. squeak.
So 20 hands worth of small ones. Yes.
I'll have a bunch of hands collected over the course of the adventure. To
I'm
use for this
frowning at
endeavor.
myself because now I'm just imagining Rattata just doing a bunch of fucking jazz hands in front of us.
But more importantly, traps. Many traps.
Mini traps.
Now then, I guess the party is now abreast of the sneakiness in the forest between us and the camp.
There are traps in the forest.
So I do think the actual plan should be to trigger a trap in the forest, have a group of
Didn't
them
you
come
already
out
do
and then
that?
ambush them. Yeah, but like we will sneak our army up. Okay, we'll trigger a trap in the forest to make some of them come out of the walls early, and
I
then
mean,
when
if you
they're
want
out of the
noise,
walls, we attack with the
I
army.
can make noise. I have explosive stuff.
Well, yeah, but if they think they're under attack, everyone will come out. If they think that an animal has triggered a trap, then only some of them will come out.
Did some of them come out when you were in the trap?
Yes, 20 of them did. So not the entire group of 150. So we can pick off a portion of them before the fight starts, the main fight.
I'm not opposed to trying luring some of them out.
All right, we should do it.
Some luringness. Some sneakingness.
Well, Dev.
Eh? What?
Which way to fort?
Oh, do you want me to roll command or something to get the army moving?
Well, no, like we don't know where it is.
Oh god,
you
no!
do.
I don't want you rolling that.
Oh god, my command is 16.
As everyone fucking dies.
I actually have a train, but my fellowship isn't that high.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of leveling up fellowship a little bit because I said like 500 XP.
I'm gonna dump every point I have onward. I will be the greatest commander ever.
I think I can take 3. Looking at my career tracker, I think I can have 3 fellowship points.
All right, so I'll point to the north. I assume it's towards the north because the map is pointing up. Let's go.
The map is pointing up, therefore it is to the north.
Fellowship.
Let's march.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Actually, you know what we
Okay.
should do? Hold on. We should gather up the storm vermin and let them know about the plan because we want the troops to be quiet too.
No, the thing is, the storm vermin are going to act as like a single block. They aren't commanders.
Okay, let's gather the commanders then. Or is that us?
I hope that's you. I fucking hope that's you.
All right.
I would say I don't think Nar would permit anyone but him to be in command of the storm vermin.
Okay, so I guess we have to tell our troops that we're going to be baiting some of them out.
I guess so.
I'll leave that to Kibbs. He's the one who's running the show.
First Naked fell asleep. Like, you can't do this to me. It's late. I'm kidding. Karst Naked will consider sending aid when Dev is being swarmed.
That's a slight improve.
Let's see if this fellowship roll will save Dev.
It's fine. We don't do Dev.
So then I assume Rattata leads the army towards the fort?
I mean, up to a point. We're going to stop a little bit back.
Oh yeah, to
Quietly.
actually
Yeah.
properly form up.
Yep. And so we'll put a few people probably on the hill to the west just to watch the situation.
Well, probably not. We'll probably put the gunners up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why not just put me up there with the people who shoot, and then
'Cause
we
they'll
be
can
able to
just
shoot
watch
over.
and snipe.
But I guess what I mean is we want somebody watching the forest and the gate so that when my gambit happens, you can see them marching out and you can command the army to move. So probably on the hill is the way to do that. So
Well, we don't have to play it like it's actually a real thingamajiggy because it's a game. Because in reality, yeah, you need to be standing on high ground, otherwise you have no idea what your dudes are doing, and be like, I don't know, they're somewhere out there, the fighting.
well, sure, but like you like yeah. So let's put Discordia on the hill, and Discordia, you can watch the scene unfold, and you can yell at
Yelling
Kibbs
sounds
to
like a really good idea when we're trying to just lure some of them out.
hold on. So here's how it'll be. Okay, Discordia's on the hill. I'm in the bush. Everyone else is with the army.
Maybe I should take Scout Signal. I had that as a skill that I could take.
That's actually a good idea. And
Hang
would be.
on, let me have a look.
when I trigger a trap, Discordia will see orcs and goblins come out of the gate, and when they're sufficiently enough away from the gate that they can't get reinforcements that quickly, you can alert the army can charge.
Let me just piss
How's that?
away.
How's that for a plan?
Well, it doesn't involve any burning cots, so it's an improvement. Hang on, I'm trying to see if because there is a skill I can take that's basically like Scout Signal or something like that.
Well, you can spend XP whenever you want it, so you could
Yeah,
spend
I'll
it now.
just download the DLC quickly. Why do you have to go for... Ah, there we go. Pistol. Zoom. Secret Science Scout. What is that?
It sounds like you can leave secret signs.
I just
And read them.
text. Okay, well, that's useless then.
Not necessarily useless, but not for what we want.
I guess I'll just tell you to keep an eye on me and then wave frantically when I see them.
Well, if
doesn't
there
see
are
my
no
signal, then
secret-
I'll just well, if it's not useful for what we're doing, then it's not useful for what we're doing.
What is the skill?
a secret sign, use this skill to read or leave coded messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing right now. There's no like scout or anything. You can have
Well,
scout
it says secret signs, and then in brackets it says scout. So it kind of seemed like something you would use if you were scouting to
Oh,
get
hold
a
on a second.
sign back to other people. But never mind.
Let me see. The most common secret signs are Scout, Templar, Thief, and Ranger. Oh, those
This
could be,
is
like,
a-
different languages.
Well, so like in
Right.
this case, it's like scouts leaving notes for other scouts to say like, "Hey, traps here" or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not useful for this. You'll just have to keep an eye on me waving. And if you don't see me, I'll start shooting arrows at you. You pay attention.
All right. So, what we're going to do then is, if there are no objections to this plan,
I can't think of anything to change per se.
very well. Dev, go get trapped.
So I'm gonna have to roll perception, right? to try and find a trap and not trigger it this time?
I guess,
You
yeah.
did want to trigger it.
Hold on. Finally, some good fucking rolls.
There you go. Yep, you find a wide variety of traps. There's some rusty old bear traps in there. There's some small pits with sharpened stakes at the bottom of them. There's more of those snary sling traps. The woods is filled with a wide and dizzying variety of various traps.
Okay. So now I need to trigger a trap, presumably one like a similar one as the one that I got caught in before, so I can just skitter leap out of it without getting damaged. Or I can put something else in it.
You could put Kyle in it.
I could.
You could.
I think you'll find
Nothing's
some warp
stopping you.
lightning in your back.
Is there like an animal carcass, or is there like a large branch I could put in, something that would actually trigger it?
You could find like branches and stuff, I guess, to try and trigger some of the bear traps.
Well, no, I'm specifically trying to trigger the one that held me up before, like the big bent tree, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably do that. And just get a large branch and try and wriggle it around in there.
All right, that's what I'll do.
All right. A few seconds of frantic wiggling later, and the snare snaps shut on the branch and shoots upward, creating a loud ruckus in the process.
All right, that's great. So can I peek out? Actually, no. I'll wait. I'm not gonna, because Discordia will see if there's a group coming out to investigate.
Well, that is the hope. I
So
maybe should be having a look around. Can I have
I'll
a
conceal
look around?
myself. I'll conceal myself and wait.
Can I have a squeak peek? Well, I can see Dev. I don't even need to roll to know that I can see Dev.
All right. Yep. There is indeed a large group of goblins exiting the camp very excitedly, as they figure they've finally caught something, since the last time was obviously a great disappointment to them. This is the point at which I would really wish there was a simple way to turn multiple little characters in this video game. I am half tempted. I wish Tabletop Simulator's netcoding wasn't so unfathomably bad. Otherwise, it would be perfect for this. But I don't even want to think about the experience of trying to get like 5 people from wildly different regions into Tabletop Sim without that just crapping itself.
I'm sure if we hosted it, the only one who would really lag would be Barge.
Yeah, the only one who needs to control everything will lag.
That is.
It's fine. We'll just assume that everything went perfectly as we said it did.
Yeah. Perfect. I agree
The
with
die on
this.
the table said we rolled 100, but I'm pretty sure it meant to say like a 1.
No, it said 1 for me. Barch must be the lag again. Don't worry about it. What do I get?
Right, a big old block of little goblins are coming out to investigate the trap.
They're lagging their way down.
They are. There, I can turn one of them. There you are.
One of them is facing the right. Oh, no, 2.
3.
3, my god, they're
4.
turning around.
See, on the right side, at least I can use the scroll wheel to turn them, so that's something.
Don't overdo it, Arch. You haven't overdone it yet. Oh no, you're gonna do it. He's giggling. He's starting to.
I like
freak
how
out.
one goblin in the front still hasn't turned around.
That's fine.
Oh, we can move them. Oh, I'm sure Arch will love this. He just inhales.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Ah."
For some
Or,
inexplicable reason, the commander of this little goblin formation marches out by himself, all on his lonesome into the forest.
This one is confused.
Arch greatly loathes his players. He wishes they would all die.
Not only is he facing wrong way, but
there. Now one goblin can stay looking the wrong way, because fuck him. Oh god, I almost want to try Tabletop Sim once just to see how bad it would be. I know it would be awful.
Thing is, we can.
Because to me, it wasn't that bad when me, Cossi, Disco, and Kyle played. It was pretty bad, but it wasn't like
It's
Manageable.
workable.
It was
unplayable.
manageable.
It would. I honestly think it would be better than doing this because I think we would already be halfway into the game by now. It would go faster.
The deployment phase does take longer.
I can also
do
talk
agree.
to Baffios. Baffios might be listening. We could get the 3D miniatures he's making of all our characters. We could get those actually and make them
That would be
imported in
cool.
there.
I have no idea
we
how
could
you
get-
export things to Tabletop Sim, but that would potentially be awesome.
Well, we have the 3D
I think we
model
would just
files.
make it as. Yeah, we could get them in there probably.
Yeah, and just
That
upload
would
them as a
be
mod.
that would be fucking cool.
Presumably, there's probably mods already for kind of the basic enemies that we.
Oh
would
yeah,
see in the
there's
set.
already like all these units are from the tabletop game Disco.
Yeah,
they're already up.
Well, that's
Oh,
why
yeah,
I'm.
these are
That's why I'm
custom
saying
characters.
that. Yeah, I didn't need you to explain it.
Well, you were actually asking, so now you got
I
the
wasn't
answer.
asking.
Whammon, sit
I
down.
was making a
Now it's time
statement.
for me to continue explaining this to you. You're like, no.
Cancel Kib.
You
Excuse me.
forgot
I
one
do
of the
believe
goblins.
about most of the armies are in there, if not all.
I'm
I know
pretty
all
sure
the
of them
40k
are.
ones are, but I haven't looked up on Fantasy for ages. But I'm 90% sure they probably have everything.
I would imagine it's a
if they
safe
have
assumption.
everything from BattleTech, they have everything for Warhammer.
See, we really should actually do some tabletop stuff because there's a lot of really cool tabletop games, which I'm sure people would love to watch us play.
It's even got like Cards Against Humanity and one on there. Just
They have
That would be funny.
mainstream
that's an
games.
option.
They have obscure games.
Yeah, it'll be really funny, and it's like, what do you think of obscure like movie person? And everyone's just like, "Meow."
He's gay, I guess. Right, but the large group of goblins are tramping their way towards the forest, and they've been lured a decent distance out from like the battle line.
I believe Karsnicket, if nothing else, has a good battlefield nuke.
Oh.
Is it time for the armor to charge then? I mean, not up to me. It's up to you guys.
I think we'll charge when we feel like it. Waits as Dev
All
gets
right.
swarmed. He's like, "Eh."
All right, Deb, prepare to take like 40 dice worth of attacks.
A
All right,
sacrifice.
I'm
worth
I'm
remembering.
running.
Why don't you use your chameleon thing? Actually,
just stay there. I'm sure they won't find you.
I mean, I actually did. I rolled concealment, and I've got that's 46. That's not bad.
where's our armies? I'm waiting for them to be spawned in. Bjorch.
Well, now if the pre-battle movement is done, we can indeed do the deployment part.
Come on, Bjorch. Let's go, Bjorch. Arch get mad. Furious even.
Okay, roll a d6 for your initiative.
Oh my god, how do you roll d6?
Slash roll 1d6. Look at the square. Yay! Right,
Oh,
Kyle
yeah.
rolls a 6. Kyle wins initiative. Nice and handy, in fact. So you can choose if you want to deploy a unit first, or if you want the orcs to deploy a unit first.
Okay, let me ask this. Is it kind of like BattleTech where... I can't remember. Because BattleTech, you always want the winner normally wants the enemy to go first, because then you can counter everything the enemy does.
Yes, they will have to place one of their units on the map, and then you can place one of yours.
Yeah, okay, we'll have them go first, because then we can position ourselves accordingly based on their location.
Alrighty then, if you say so, little kibby. If you make hippie noises to say that, that's fine.
Ow. Black somewhere in the universe, in the metaverse. He just cringes. He's like,
Hippie noises are a thing on this channel. You
He's
have been
like,
forewarned.
I feel
Yeah.
I feel a cringe in the.
That's when
forest."
Kib just looks at the camera and just like, me be Gibby.
Maybe Kibby.
Oh no.
We need to make Disco watch that. That was such a. I don't
Do we
even
need
know.
to watch that again?
That was such.
Do we need to?
That was an
I
experience.
don't think we do.
That was an experience that I can
was it a
never
good
forget.
It was an experience.
To be fair, the movie got a little better once he got out of the weird thing.
Well, once you get out of prison, yeah.
Once he got out of. Oh yeah, that's true. He got ass raped. I forgot about that.
What now?
he's like, wait, what? Oh no, it gets better. He got
What's
paid
it
like, what was it,
called?
like $10 when he got out?
Oh, it's called Bad Boy Bubby.
Bad boy Bubby, and
I-
this includes anal sex.
The reason why we watched this because Bubbles was in chat and we're like, "You're a bad Bubby," and he's like, "Okay, we're watching Bad Boy Bubby," and I'm like, "What?" What? There's
Me
a
be Kling Rack Pillar.
King Rap Killer.
Hmm.
Oh my god, it's an experience. Kills people with cling wrap.
Okay. Why?
Well,
They stop moving.
because they weren't. They needed to be still.
They need to be
I
still.
see.
He's basically mentally challenged. A little. Cling wrap killer. BB Bubby.
The orcs have deployed a unit of orc boys led by a war boss.
Binge. Ban him.
See, if I'd been intelligent, I would have told Carlos to paint these the other way around.
I mean, you could just have him. The problem is like, if we ever have a battle where it's not allied up top, I think you'll make every map that way. You could just tell Carlos to flip the file, or if you open them up in the Microsoft image thingy, you can save them once you rotate them. So it'll be
Save
saved
the
down.
direction.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
Orc
I
up,
know
orc
I
down,
can
orc
flip
left,
them.
orc right.
It's just with the way this game does things, I would then have to save like an encounter unit called orc, but the other way around.
Orc unit left facing
Upside orc down.
75 degrees. Man, 100 meters.
5 degrees.
That turns into armor.
It would be mildly retarded.
Orc chieftain.
We'll
300
see.
meters.
These battles are fairly rare, but next time I might set it up on tabletop sim to see what we can do. All right. What do you want to deploy in return? You've got clan rats, you've got Skaven slaves, and you've got your storm vermin.
Boing boingman.
The storm vermin, even though they're better than clan rats, I feel like they're better as like a flanking unit. Once a enemy formation is engaged.
So, let's not.
Because the issue is we have so few storm vermin, they can't really be a front line.
So what I'm thinking is, okay. So what are the units we have again? We have storm vermin and what else?
Storm vermin, clan rats, and Skaven slaves.
Okay, we'll deploy the Skaven slaves here.
So
'cause
we have the shooty ones.
Yeah, we have the shooty rat.
You haven't bought any shooty ones.
No, what I have
We
listed is we
don't?
just have the basic bitch.
This is
Swave.
gonna have to shoot fast up there.
Disco is going to have to shoot fast up there, yes.
Shoot a lot of them, Disco. We need to mark those down. I thought we had those, but that's because
No, because
We have
that would
from
have
the
costed
previous
2
one.
additional points per model to buy.
they're expensive.
They're expensive.
Well, Disco, you're expensive, so don't die. Stay up there and shoot stuff.
That's when she's like, thanks.
So I think
So the where Hunt says that is as far as you can deploy forward.
hands
Okay.
is. So Skaven slaves will go here because we'll try to hold them in place.
Or at the
Okay.
very least, absorb a charge.
So
Hopefully.
the Skaven slaves like show me how far to the left you want it, and I'll move it.
This is the front line here.
Okay, so there?
Yeah.
Okay. How deep do you want the formation to be, and wide?
The wider, the more points of contact, the more possible Skaven that die, right? Or how does unit
There is the
enveloping work?
horde thing, so if they're 10 wide, they can fight in 1 additional rank.
Okay, horde thing. 10 wide.
So it's going to be 5 deep.
And then slide them over one more, just because there's quite a few
Kyle.
of them.
Fuck your face hole.
No, Bjorn.
On the bright side, at least the Skaven are facing the right direction.
That's true. They're all facing the correct direction. That's amazing.
Carlos did these ones. They turned out quite good.
Yeah, the problem is these are fine, but you'll see the problem with the storm vermin.
I already saw when you posted a couple of them just to.
Yeah, I'll
Look
show
at
you
'em.
a storm vermin here. You see that?
Where? Let me see.
They're next to the formation and next to
Oh,
Gnarl.
yeah, I see the problem. The spear,
Yeah,
the
'cause the
halberd's too long.
spear.
What you should
Yeah.
do is just show Carlos this, and he'll rotate it so that they're holding the halberd a little bit more horizontally. That should help, or diagonally, and then shorten the length.
Yeah, I was asking him to make it long because I figured like that would show that they're polearms that can fight in 2 ranks. The problem was
This game
it's the
doesn't like
same
that.
scale as everything else, and so when you have it longer, the unit becomes smaller.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure storm vermin are supposed to be bigger, not smaller than,
Slaves.
Skaven slaves.
That's true, yes. All right, so that's your unit, and you wanted them scooshed over 1 point to the left.
Yep.
At least I can select and move everything
Like
at
a
once.
good
That's
gracier, I will be in the back. Not go.
Skaven formation, left 1 square.
Left 1 square.
Oh,
This is
this
like
is gonna be
okay.
retarded.
This is Rome Total War 1. This is before they had unit model variation, so they're all clone troopers. Cue the Star Wars music.
For the Gracier!
For the Gracer! The enemy are capturing a command post.
So, you want to join the Skaven slave formation?
Key. But not in the front, though! Not in the front!
You don't have
say,
a
I'm
choice
pretty
on that now. You're in the front. Now, however, you do have a special ability for the Skaven called, leading from the position of honor, which allows you to move to the rear once the unit is in combat.
Which is precisely what I'm going to do.
He's just gonna scooter leap to the back. Whew, this is where I need to be.
I tricked you, slaves. You thought I was going to fight side by side?
Might come to
Right.
that if I disagree.
The orcs also have a formation of goblin spider riders, which is coming down on the field next.
Now that
I feel like that's cheating.
is concerning. We only have 2 units, right?
No, 3.
Okay.
No, technically 3.
I
Let me
won't-
rephrase that.
Hands.
Mad
I'm
cat
thinking
birds.
Storm Vermin over here.
Yeah, I was looking at
cavalry.
those riders, and it's like, yeah.
We need a spear formation to blunt them or intercept them or do something when they impact, because otherwise, ouchies.
That said, there's not many of them, and Disco does have Warp Block Jezile.
Yeah, a single Jezza.
That's gonna get kills.
Yeah, single
Gonna get
Jezza.
Just kill
I mean,
one,
it takes,
maybe.
It still takes. Does it still take a turn to reload in this?
No,
You can fire.
you
every
can
turn.
fire every turn.
I can fire. Well, that's something at least.
That's a
I'll
little.
just
better.
aim for the chunkiest fella.
We need to buy more.
Here's the
Where
thing,
did you want the storm vermin?
I get the Storm Vermin are gonna be used to counter their Spider Cav.
All right, so I'm gonna put one down, and you just tell me where you want him. And
Would
these
you
are
want them on
gonna
the
have to
left or
be-
the right side
There
of
we
the
go, a
little
bit better.
mountain?
I'd say directly in front. Deny them
Yeah.
the ability to access upwards.
Yeah, then I guess just roughly where it is now.
Okay, so should that be the leftmost point, or
Uh,
It's up to you, Hands. Arch wants them to
I
look
think you'll
bigger.
have to scoot the formation over if you want that to be the leftmost point.
oh yeah, you determine where the leftmost point is. I'm just pointing them in so I can zoom them up.
If the spiders are going to be there, just have them probably side by side with the Skaven slaves at the start, then yeah.
And just make sure you intercept those spiders if they try to go for a flanking maneuver.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I'm having them over here.
Do not let them get behind us.
Unfortunately, as well, these Stormvermin, the selection box scales with the units, so they're going to have very, very large selection boxes.
That is a
Frighteningly
sacrifice.
large selection boxes, in fact.
At least they look. Are these giant rat ogres like?
Well, I mean, they're right now. Okay, they are a little bit big. Okay, let's scale them down a little bit.
Yeah, look at the Skaven slaves for context. Yeah, that's better.
It's
They're-
like like,
They're bigger and healthier.
but
Yeah.
Can you
But
not
they're
do
not-
one
they're
and
not-
then copy
that
paste
said, though,
it?
you saying that is making me envision a dream of fucking rat ogres that are armored with halberds.
And tragically, no, Disco. You can't copy paste their size or direction. I have tried.
Oh. Well.
There comes Gnarl, coming over. There we are. Does Gnarl want to join the Storm Moments?
Yeah, he'll take command of them. Because if you remember, so long as we can survive this battle and I command the storm vermin, that does count for my trappings.
All right, so that means you have a command squad of 4 people. Then, do you want to widen the formation or deepen it? Like, how many guys do you want in the front line?
Wider or deeper? Wider or deeper?
Wider means more attack. Deeper means more.
Yeah, I think with the storm vermin, we need to maximize their attack. So yeah, probably wider.
Okay, so 1 wider would look like this. Roundabout. Yes. That's fine?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. The Orcs are deploying their last unit, which is a big fat block of archery boys. Archery dudes.
Alright, I'm up quite high, am I? So I
You
assume
can shoot
I can shoot over.
both of them. Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to check that before we start.
Units on high ground can shoot over units on low ground, and if you had, well, if there were more than just Disco up there, ranged units can also fire in 2 ranks if they're on a hill.
Okay, well that doesn't help me.
Sadly, Jozo units are also very expensive.
What's the range on this map?
It's measured in inches. 1 square is an inch, and the ruler is accurate, so you can use the ruler to see.
Okay, but what is the range for the Jezeel on this?
Loads.
Okay.
I will figure out exactly how many loads once I finish placing these little tiny green fucking...
Is the range just enough?
Just enough.
I mean, if we're going in actual inches, I can probably shoot right off the map.
That's what I'm saying. What's the range? Enough.
Yeah, enough.
As long as it needs to be.
Personally, I've never really seen the problem with range just being enough. It means that it's long enough for whatever it is what you were thinking about doing at the time.
Okay, write that down. It's always long enough.
Just in the warfare mode, though.
Yes.
Just in the warfare mode, though. Alright, a Warplock Jezile has a range of 36 inches.
Okay, that's... I actually need to zoom out further than I can see. Like, if I zoom out far enough to see how
Well,
far...
from
I can drag
the
it.
start
There
of
it
my
is.
formation to the start of the Spider Rider, the Goblin Spider Riders, it's 28.
I've dragged it out now, so it's 36 inches.
So
Disco's marker shows her range right now. Then she deleted it.
Go away with the error. So it's like... How to, like, here.
That's
close enough.
35 inches, so it would be there, 36 inches.
Okay, yeah, it's a bit of a pain because you got to scroll right out in order to see enough of the map to drag it there. At which point
Yes.
it's too the writing
But
is
the
too
UI
small.
isn't adaptive, so the 36 inches part doesn't increase with your zoom level.
Okay, so I can basically hit most.
And then you've got your clan rat units. Where do you want to place those?
We're gonna need some troops on the right flank. Because Gabos.
Mm-hmm.
Those will be under Dev to help reinforce him.
Okay. Where do you want this guy? Assuming he's going to be the leftmost individual.
You mean right?
No.
No, but the formation, like that's the leftmost of the formation, is what he's saying.
Well,
Yes.
Dev.
As he puts
Dev
down
is,
his soup pot.
It's okay. I'll
Dev
just
is-
take them all on myself.
Dev,
There
be
you go.
quiet. Where's the clan rats going, Dev?
You know what I'll do? I'll hide in the bush and I'll pick them off like one by one, like a predator.
Dev.
Okay, you see that's great and all, but they're moving in block formation.
Hey, clan rats, Dev. Dev, look, Dev.
It doesn't help in a forest.
Oh my god, the clan rats are smaller than the Skaven slaves. No.
We have fan art and it's glorious.
We'll open it
least
up
they
after
fit.
the stream.
Jazz hands.
It's
small art.
glorious.
His stick is quivering. He wishes to beat.
It's great. And
Urge
then
to
now it's
bonk.
like 1,
Right.
2, 3.
How wide would you like the clan rat formation to be, and how deep?
I mean, we have the same number of clan rats as we do Skaven slaves, so you guys would think probably just the same one, yeah? That way they can get their deeper rank attack.
Probably because you're some sort of hands with your handsiness. Hurt him. Hold him down.
Love
Jake,
to, but
the-
he's too far away.
Shake the ketchup.
Oh, that's a
Can you?
drummer. That's what that is.
It's a drama. Oh, Jesus.
Are
Did you
you
realize?
Feeling okay, little
No, like I
hinds?
saw like the flag bearer, and it's like, okay, what are you next to you? And I had to zoom in, and I
Dum,
see the little
dum.
drum. It's like, oh, that's what it is.
He has a drum.
Who has a drum? Let me zoom in. Zoom,
Over
zoom,
by
zoom.
Gnarl.
You can see we have
Oh,
a flag bearer and a drummer.
laggy.
Oh,
Laggy. Let me
oh.
just lag over here. It's fine. Oh, he does. He has a little. Drum.
I feel like the Lord of the Rings
Has a
music
drum.
should be playing for the Urukai.
Yeah, but from which
Adorable.
side?
Very well. Everything is deployed. Imagine that.
Imagine that, as everything disappears.
Game. What did you just do?
He's like, do I have to place all those fuckers again?
I refuse.
Considering how long it took you. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Unload.
Where did they all go?
Hopefully nowhere.
I imagine the sad noises we're gonna hear when we're
If they
like,
did
okay,
go somewhere, this will have to happen next week in fucking Tabletop Sim.
I'm still waiting for the sad noises when we're like, I would like to turn this unit 45 degrees, and Arch is like,
As the two armies just agree to a armistice as they wait for both sides to load in.
Hey, hold on, Hands. I've got this all planned out. Remember, Arch is the opposing player here. If we just continually rotate our armies, his patience will wear thin, and he'll just
Okay.
throw the game.
Okay, rats, turn on the spot. Round and round you go.
Spin me round, baby.
Rat round, baby.
Round.
I think it's just stood there at the front of the army, just like, and spin.
There's only one way to solve our disputes, Orc. A dance off.
In my imagination, I figured this would be much easier because I could just, place down the front rank and then copy paste. Of course, this program doesn't work quite like that, obviously.
Filthy peasant. You think you can do things the easy way?
Look at
It
his
does with
stream.
trees and stuff. Ah, there we go. Thank fuck. Okay, so at least that part worked the way I thought it would work. I mean, it has now turned them all the wrong way again, but such is fucking life.
Look at his stream. It looks like you're missing some of the assets, Kyle. Like you've got a big white bit across the map.
Yeah.
Oh, the wall hasn't loaded in?
Not for Kyle, it hasn't.
Of course not. Why would the wall have... Of course. Not Toolish. Why?
The wall and whatever that is down the center.
Kyle,
The
how
path,
could
I
you do
guess.
this to me?
Where'd all the troops go?
How could you do this to me?
Where
I
are
don't
all
know
the
what troops are either.
infantry?
How could you do... Well, they all fled. You're alone now. Fucking
All
deal with it.
around me are
Wait,
lost.
the orcs fled?
Nice.
Cool,
Let's go
and
take the
our
stuff.
stuff.
Turn to the camp. Find my fucking halberd.
Charge, squeak.
See, that system does actually work like I imagined it did. Now, what I didn't imagine was that it would turn all of the orcs back the wrong way around again when it loaded in, but...
We're missing them.
No, it's just loading. Calm down. Just think of it as playing Ark. It's loading.
Can we sneak in while the orcs are loading?
Oh, the orcs already have loaded.
No.
I see goblins and like an orc here and there, maybe like popping in and out of existence.
Look,
Woman.
get the stuff while they're distracted with loading.
Oh, God.
If we just wag reality enough, eventually reality will crash and force a restart.
I mean, I can see them. That's something, right? Archer's ambitions may have outpaced the capabilities of Fantasy Grounds a little bit again.
We might need to try a tabletop simulator.
Sweet succulent baby Jesus on a spit
Which
roast.
means Dev is gonna have to try and get it working instead of just being like, I was
Oh, God.
eating.
Does it not work for Dev?
I think
No, it
Dev
doesn't.
never fully tried to fix it though. He was too busy eating.
I did try to get it working, but I couldn't get it working.
Don't
So
believe
it
you.
does
Give
work.
it
You're
here.
just being a boy.
This is so weird. Like, I think I'm seeing the units load in, but then they're popping out for me.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
It's probably because right now it's loading in your troops, so it should be done any moment. He says optimistically. Very optimistically. Frighteningly optimistically. As he prays that Fantasy Ground hasn't just crashed and the little spinny wheel indicates something far worse than loading. Kyle, what is the spinny wheel?
Give me all your barges.
What does it mean, Kyle?
The only wheel that means is the spinny one. That I don't know. Taxes. Means taxes. Cycle of life.
Taxes. Taxes is a part of the cycle of life, yes.
Hey,
I mean, it is what they say. There's only two things guaranteed in life:
like mini
death and
pairs.
taxes.
Sadness. Everyone's a cat in the box. Take turns, chat, violating them.
Taxes and ketchup. I think it might just have fucking crashed. It's still spinning.
What's spinning? The
Fantasy
program?
Ground. Yes.
I think it is dead.
Can anyone else move?
Like, move our tokens or move around the map or whatnot?
It's
Move around.
client side. I can interact with stuff, but let's try opening windows we haven't opened before. Oh, I see goblins spawning in. Hold on.
I'm moving the map.
Oh my gosh, he's right.
They're spawning in. It's fine. It's loading. Don't press anything. Birch!
The Gobbo formation is
Okay.
loaded in for me.
All the orcs
Yeah, I
are
think-
in. All the entire horde army is in. Horde. I mean,
can
Yep,
see
I
the
see
bad-
them.
But they're facing the wrong way.
He did
I'm
say
aware
that.
of this. I mentioned that like 10 minutes ago, woman.
Yeah, but they weren't there
Yeah.
then. And they're
That's
facing
when
the
he's
wrong
like,
way.
I refuse to turn them around
Cool.
again.
Did we get like extra like attack on them for hitting them in the back?
If anything, you get less attacks for attacking them in the back.
I don't think so. Their shields look like they'd be less useful that way around.
I guess that's the enemy formation. Now we have to wait for our formation to load.
I fear it might have died, because I've been loading your formation for a while now.
No. What do we do?
Pray?
Hmm.
What stat would that fall under?
Yeah, what skill is that? Gamble, intimidate, perception.
I can see the argument for willpower.
Maybe.
That said,
I
though,
don't
I'm
have
not
much
seeing
willpower.
the flickering that I did for the orc army.
Yeah, Arch, I think your ambition might have might be more than the game can handle.
I believe so, because it's still loading your side of things, and it has been for a while
it
now.
has been making progress, Barch. Don't you dare. Otherwise, we'll restart all over again.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be fucking something? As soon as he
Uh,
closes it, that's when it
Show them
starts
the
to load.
drawing.
Actually, no. I'm not showing them that one yet. I gotta show the ones that...
Why do?
I gotta show the other ones first. Because there's a queue. There's a queue.
There's a queue.
Oh,
Go on,
get to
Kyle.
it.
Show things off.
Entertain the chat. Do it
Starting with the
now.
first one. This one's not related to the Skaven RP, but this is a fan art of Arch that was made in regards to his, what's that game called with the ship side scroller? It's really cool.
The ship side scroller, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's like in the desert.
It's like in the desert.
Made by like one dude.
Made by
Oh
one-
Hi,
no, I
Fleet.
know the one he's talking about.
I
I have
don't.
no idea what he's
Hi,
talking
Fleet.
about.
Yep, hi Fleet.
Oh, that
Oh,
one.
is everything finally loaded? At least it is on my screen.
Nope, we're looking at fan art now.
Half of it's loaded. If you look, we're missing our units.
Next
Yeah,
fan
so-
art. This one came in after, in between RPs. No witnesses. Destroy the Chad. Murderer. I have to skip past my own fan art to give him one too. Then we have Halberd Chan from Bastard Breeding Director.
Can't comment on these because I haven't caught up on the stream yet.
Next one we have is LR Captain. I'll post them in this room so you can put them on Arch's server as soon as I'm done. It'll have all the hyperlinks.
Okay, well, unless you give me the ID of the person that posted them,
This one's
I'm just gonna
LR
have to post
Captain.
them.
I mean, they're all in the fan art section. And then I'm saving Dan's for last. Hold on, Gene. Typing in names.
Why are you being racist towards the Serbian?
Because it was the last one to come in.
Hmm.
Plus, it gives me a second to type in all the names. From my server to yours. Well, not from yours, mine to yours, but this one to that one. Whatever. Back there. That's his actual name. Oops.
Kyle. Why are you doxing people?
I spell bastard. I put an E in there. Fixed. One was, if I right. Stay with her. The last one
I do like Destroy the Child.
is good.
Yeah, I
Last
like that one.
I forgot Robert's. I found a Spidey. That one's great. It's not related to this stream, but that's good.
I did like that. That was
Um,
adorable.
I'll pull that up last chat. I just need to get this one over there.
Show the chat.
J. Robert. That one.
Hive Fleet was a nice idea. It was a good idea, but much like my current plan, executed hint poorly.
Next post, Dan Tards. This one's new chat.
Barge, where's our army?
It's honestly, I
All
think
dead.
it's loading. It's just lagging. I'm more paranoid about him closing the program, and then we have to redo it all.
Yeah.
Making doubting noises.
I think it'll be time to try tabletop sim after this, though. Next session.
Tragically, yes. Like if it can't handle this is like a 500 point thing. If it can't handle this, yes, it will not handle
Upgrading our
anything
army is
else.
only going to
Yeah,
get
it
worse.
can't handle 500. It's not going to handle 1,000 or anything above.
Mm-hmm.
What's the guy's name? who
Holy
drew
Mother
this?
of Jesus
Dan Tart.
Christ in a basket made of peanut butter. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Oh, I
Holy
think
I
my
shit.
see them
stream might be
popping in.
crashing. Oh no!
No.
Holy shit!
Oh, there's one. There's one. We have a
Holy shit! It's alive.
It's alive.
Here's a bonus fan art chat of Disco.
Now, tragically, half of the entire Stormvermin unit defected to the enemy in the middle of all that, but you
I have
know.
a feeling we're going to be losing a few storm vermin here before the battle starts, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. If it takes this long to load in this, yeah, that's not tenable.
Sweet baby Jesus. Even like unhiding the Stormvermin who turned traitor brings the game to a crashing halt.
Why don't you just? This is just spitballing an idea here, but would it be possible to just put maybe one large unit?
Yes, that's what we were doing before with the blocks. You remember?
Yeah, we should do that.
That might
Rather
be
than
the
copying
only.
a billion of these guys.
See, I figured it would look cool, but I didn't figure on the game being unable to handle some, .pngs.
It's still possible
He spent
to...
so
hold on,
long
hold on,
thinking
Hold on.
if he-
This is actually relatively easy solution. You can have Carlos basically make a picture, right, like a portrait, but instead he'll make the entire unit. He'll just copy and paste them, but into one picture. So, yeah, sure, the orcs won't actually have individual models, but it'll be representative of the unit, you know? It's not entirely impossible. It's just, that none of the orc models disappear when they die because it's a flat image.
It
That
is
doesn't help
it
for
is
if you want it to
theoretically
be
doable.
wider or like it's gonna be a set.
Well, we can stretch it.
Mhm.
I mean,
is
that
theoretically
doesn't
doable,
mean
yes.
less in online though. It just means that there's stretch.
Because it's easy to actually make. I could even make them myself if I had the actual files. Do it in Clip Studio. It'd be quicker than this.
But presuming we can fix Dev's problem with Tabletop Simulator, that would undoubtedly be a far smoother solution at this point.
Oh, his doesn't even work. Break Dev's balls. Dev, come here. Crunchy. I have a nutcracker somewhere, by the way. Come here, Dev.
Have you tried it recently with all of the patches they've done over the last few dozen years?
Dev.
I haven't, no. But I do think the better option would be to just have the large blocks again and continue using the same program.
Because here's how I can do it. This would be faster than this. If you hand me the PNGs that you have, Arch, I can basically just make them in Clip Studio. So if you want them 6 wide, 7 wide, whatever, and then I'll just export it and send it to you. That'll be a lot quicker than how long we've waited here. It'll take a couple minutes, but we won't be here for like 20 minutes.
I think we should try Tabletop Simulator.
Yes, I know.
Just so we can use the fan art models.
I don't think we should try Tabletop Simulator. It's not
Well,
gonna
we
work.
should hold on. We should try it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But there, I have a solution if it doesn't work.
Yep.
I think we should do what we did last time we had a fight like this. Just use the blocks.
That's what I
That's a
just
good
said. I can
Yes.
make them custom by just. So yeah. Anyways, send me all of Carlos's soldiers or whatever we need for the game. Or just actually, we could make like a folder in here and call it the army folder, and then I could just have them here.
Maybe you should make like multiple kind of variants of it so that we can have like the longer.
Yep. Well, I can make them when
Unit-
you want them. So like, let's say next game disco, you're like, I want them 5 wide, and I'll be like, okay, and I'll just copy paste, and a depth of 3. I'll be like, then copy paste that entire line, depth of 3, bam, done.
Hmm.
It'll be just a few seconds, but it's not terribly long to make.
Oh, it keeps seeming like my game's gonna crash. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna grab some tea.
Yes, I'm gonna go look in the freezer and see what I'm having for dinner.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
hear
not
you.
crashing.
Behind the microphone.
It is having a very hard time. Okay, let me just see if I can even move anything right now.
I know for me, our formation of clan rats is still loading in.
You know, not really. If I try to move anything, it lags to high heavens. To very high heavens. Jesus Christ. Right. Dev, you there? Wandered off.
Hello.
There you go. Try download notes and see if yours works, because I'd like to get out what's for a battle. If it doesn't work, or if it's
Well-
too light, the version.
Your microphone isn't working right now.
Downloaded.
What, right now?
No. As long as it's until next week. Well, no. No, we've only got like 4 minutes to do it as it goes, so we can't do it now. We wasted way too much time trying this. Like this, I'll take this on my case. This was my fault. I figured this would work, but I did not consider the limitations of the software.
I mean, there's only one way to find the limitations, and that's by, well, doing it.
By trying to find them. And we found them!
Oh boy, did we find them.
Because if Tabletop Simulator does work, then we will use that for the big battles and the big battles only. Like, everything else will still go here, of course. But it would be lovely if we could use Tabletop Sim, because then we have access to all of the models as well. I did just search it up. They do have, like, the entire armies over there.
Sadness. What are we gonna do? Put a pin in today's session?
Probably will have to, yes.
Oh, fuck blood.
Oh, yeah, because if it's still loading in and it's 4:17 p.m. now, considering when we started loading in.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez. You have to delete all these guys, Arch. They don't load us in the next time you load this map. There's like 100 guys here.
Yep. No,
good
250 to be precise.
Oh.
I mean, if you want, you can send me those files, and I could try whipping them up now. Unless you really don't want to try that right now.
It'd be a bit too on the rushed. But if Dev can try and download Tabletop Sim and see if he gets it to work, in the next few days, at least like 3 days before next Friday, if that's possible, Dev.
I can't even open my EXP tab. I was gonna add the 100, and I fucking
Yes.
Don't worry,
Right.
Kibbs can. No, I can't. No.
And you can't.
I
But
can.
you think you can do that, Dev?
I will give it a try, but I guarantee you it's not gonna work.
Just try it, Dev.
I will try it.
And if it doesn't work, then we'll use the solution I have proposed, which should
Yes.
work.
Then
I would
we'll go with
spend my
boxes.
100, but Jesus, I don't know what to fucking. I can't even spend it.
Yeah, no, this is way too much stuff. It did not like any of this.
It's dying, shit.
It's very much so dying. Yes. The worst part is I can't even like mass delete a bunch. I have to manually delete one and one. You know, it'd be easier to just kill the map. I am just going to kill the fucking map, and that should delete everything on it.
I see I haven't missed any loading.
You have missed nothing, sadly.
There, people should be able to actually do things again now.
Oh, my whole game is crashing now. Like, oh, not
Or
responding.
alternatively, it couldn't put the last nail in the coffin. That's an option.
Yeah, my
too.
whole game's crashing too.
Not responding. No.
My game hit it for a second, but I also closed the map.
We're gonna have to squeeze some more fan art out of Dan Todd.
There.
Squeeze him!
I am sorry, chat. I am sorry. Like it was a good idea, but apparently not in praxis.
Poor Bart.
Red block versus blue block. Yes, that is what we will eventually go for, and they'll just be blocks. That will be the easiest option. I mean, hell, we did that for Vampire, and that worked out reasonably well, I'd say.
Yep,
Oh, I
but
like
beforehand
how
I
you're
could
making
still
little
make the
custom
things
ones.
real quick, so that way they look like they got the soul, so you get money's worth out of those missions. Easy peasy.
Yep.
Yes, make Kyle work.
But yes, Dev will try his devest.
Yeah, if you
Dev
can
fails.
actually tell us what's.
What about those tabletop
happening.
sim alternatives? There are a
I
couple.
think we kind of
I
looked
actually
into.
don't remember
it.
why it didn't work. It was like a year ago I tried it.
We'll
And I
try it,
tried a fair
and
amount.
then send us the details of how it's breaking. And
Disco's a
then maybe we can help you
programmer.
fix it.
She's pretty smart. It'll be your tech support. Maybe she can get it working for you too if it
But-
doesn't.
It doesn't work is not enough detail.
Yes. So everything that goes wrong, whether you press play and it just simply doesn't start the .exe or whatever, we'll figure something out.
The only real alternative at the moment that I found is Tabletop Playground, and that does look promising. It does at the very least have much better networking. But
Import
it's
assets,
in
right?
it's in beta stage right now, so it's not really functional.
Sergey asks, how big super chat to fly crew to Arch's basement for session? See, the problem is he might not let us out afterwards.
That's a lot of plane tickets. I want to point out right off the bat.
But on
It
the
would be
other
better to
hand,
fly
my
somewhere
god, would
else.
it be great if we could do this live, like a proper production studio with actual Warhammer armies? My god, that would be fucking kick-ass.
We'll do that. Remember, Orange? We already planned it. Texas or something. Someplace with no income tax.
Mm-hmm.
Go just fine and dandy, chat. We just need millions of dollars. So
Yeah, so the answer is a very big super chat.
Yes,
a series of very bigs.
We'll need about 400,000 for the house alone. So yeah,
That's not including moving everyone there that is willing to move. True.
yeah,
All right,
that's
chat,
going to be another
Time
problem.
for a
Yeah.
whip around.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay for myself to move. That's not too. Yeah, sure.
Oh yes, so long as Kyle gets to live in the $400,000 house, he's willing to pay for his own relocation.
I
Wow,
will, you know?
fucking
It's like,
generous.
I'll pay for my plane ticket.
There's
if you
room
give me
enough
a
for
place to
Fucking clap.
stay.
Clap,
Don't
clap,
you
clap,
worry,
clap.
Arch.
You know what? I'm gonna jump on this train. I'll pay for my own plane ticket.
Just 'cause- look, you don't have to worry about travel costs anymore. We've cheapened it for you. Arch like, wow.
Alternatively,
That's
we
not
can
when you
do
bought a
what the
house.
Pirate Bay was planning to do and buy an old defunct oil platform and be like, we're our own nation now.
That would not work well because I guarantee you one of those massive corporations will be like, okay, we'll buy Hitman. Enjoy being independent. From life
It's fine.
would have been so stupid. That would have been kind of cool. Like an evil organization like on an oil rig.
If Radar Y-Axis has a prediction, it'd fall apart in 15 minutes when Dev raids Arch's pastry drawers and starts a war.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dev won't be allowed into the kitchen if that's the case.
And next Sealand is Archtopia. Yes, that would be what we would have to do. It seems like a lot of effort to go to, frankly, but if that is the only option, that is the only option. Oh well. The biggest expense would be buying the Warhammer armies, which are only now sold as Warhammer Fantasy on eBay for like 7 times the cost. So
Hold on. 3D print them. Bam.
Don't even know if there are print molds for those old ones.
I'm sure there are.
Okay, so
Handprints.
we have a 3D modeler. We just custom order.
We would
It's like,
just need to rebuild the entirety of Warhammer Fantasy.
we'll just commission all of them.
Seems like a terrible
We'll need a slightly bigger super chat.
commissioning art for
Man,
an IP
the
that will
cost
attack
is
us. I don't know.
exploding.
You never know. There might be some Saudi prince somewhere who's like, "Yes, I will fund this."
Better yet, we'll
This
just
seems
hire
like
a
a
bunch
great
of.
meme. Have my monuments.
Well, Eastern Europe is cheaper. We're gonna have to go cheaper. We're gonna have to look in Indochina. And we're gonna have to look in Africa.
See, so long as we have enough money, I wouldn't mind Indochina. I hear it's a very nice place, specifically for those with enough money.
That's true. I know a fair few people that moved into the Indochina region, Thailand and stuff, even though they are dictatorships. Because if you
That's
have
hard.
money, you have nice things. New fan art.
Dantar's come through for us.
That's a good Dan. Who's a good Dan? He's like me. Best Dan. I have this many tokens.
It's true.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
If you look at it from our character's point of view, they just winked out of existence.
I mean, not for me. For me, they're actually still popping in on the map that's being killed.
To be fair, oh no, the image is it's no longer there.
Oh,
Oh,
we
it's
have more
gone.
fan art.
Oh, I think the program just caught up with the deletion.
Oh my. The worst part is, I swear to God, if we were doing this in Roll20, it would probably work. That is the worst fucking part.
Wow.
Oh God.
I guess
me,
because
indeed.
at least in this program, for each thing you load in, it probably is trying to calculate whatever lighting things. So it's probably doing a lot more with each token than Roll20 is.
There you go,
Whether
Disco.
you wanted to or not. What do you mean, there you go?
We got another
Who's
piece of fan
moving
art.
me?
Yeah, it's for Disco specifically.
Uh,
I got you the name. and
okay, it's the spinning one. I see.
There,
I mean, it
perfect.
was the whole army, though, Bastard Beast. Just one rat. I need to draw a whole army of spinning rats.
He's like, but my hand hurts from drawing. Like, not my problem.
But very, very well. Okay, chat. So we're gonna compromise. Okay, we're not gonna need the money to buy a castle in Texas.
A
Okay,
castle.
we're only gonna need enough money to live at like a luxury resort in Vietnam for the rest of our lives.
Oh god.
You know, a relatively small stipend when you think about it.
Yeah, when you think about it.
True, Westerners moving to Vietnam to live there. They do have McDonald's now, so there is some local food that we can eat.
Oh,
Local food, he
great.
says.
Great, McDonald's for the rest of my life. That's fucking fantastic.
You're welcome.
But just like McDonald's don't do pastries.
Like just McDonald's.
I mean, if they're willing to pay
What's
for
for
like
dinner,
a
Arch?
private place like that, surely they can pay for like a private, like specific chain of like McDonald's just for that one place.
Listen, if we get
How many
enough
McDonald's?
cheeseburgers, we can season them slightly differently and change the amount of ketchup that's in them so they taste slightly different.
I was gonna say, like, how many McDonald's can Dev eat in his 30-minute lunch allotment?
How many cheeseburgers, Dev?
Looks at his spreadsheet.
Are you-
It's like,
are you
"Alright."
challenging?
To
Are
know?
you challenging me? You dare challenge me?
I just imagine Dev sat there like a little hamster as he's just stuffing the cheeseburgers into his cheeks.
I like to believe Garden Dev to a cheeseburger off.
Hey, here, look at this. A luxury hotel in Vietnam is only like $90 a night, okay? And for another $10, we can be fed once a day. It's
With cheeseburgers.
It's not too bad. Oh, that's awful. Right, Dev will try out tabletop sim. If that doesn't work, we will do the blocks, and we will succeed. Chat, we will succeed. We will succeed somehow. I don't know how, but we will succeed.
Yes. Well, we'd like to believe we'll succeed, but Barch will be there.
And Vietnam is not as commie as it used to be. That's the thing. Vietnam has realized the error of their ways. They are commie in name only at this point.
Isn't that funny, though? It's like, in the end, they're like, in the end, who really won? As they're building the McDonald's, like...
It is apparently a really nice vacation spot. My cousin's what the fuck is the term for it? My cousin's husband's family, whatever the fuck the term is for that. They were vacationing a lot down there in Hanoi, I think, Hanoi and Da Nang and these areas, and they apparently love it. So there you go.
Thailand is full of Westerners. You can get any food. It's also has a king that is a bit whimsical, who lives in Germany.
Yes, but on the bright side, they also have lots of ladyboys for Dev.
True.
It's true.
Sounds good.
How many ladyboys can you eat to Dev?
Oh, don't answer that.
Eat.
Don't. Dev's like, lots.
Several. More than one. Right. Fanciful future plans aside, I'll move on to the Super Chats then for today's less than entirely successful session. Mostly Dev's fault. Maybe a little bit of Kyle's. Mute Gamer says, just want to congratulate Kyle for staring in the game needy streamer for stare...
What?
Syntaxed. Alright.
Try again.
Just want to congratulate Kyle for starring in the game Needy Streamer Overlord. Can't wait to have you OD on drugs, cut yourself from stress, and hero yourself live on air.
What? A what hero?
And hero yourself live on air.
Hero? Like as in a Superman hero? As in like heroine?
Superman hero, yes.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of this means. If you're talking like streamer simulator games, like I looked at those, I'm like 90% of those are just stupid. It's
There
like you just become successful. If you want a real streamer or YouTuber simulator, it should just be a failure.
It should just be a stressful hello. You know, I do love the like YouTuber life games where it's like, right, what do you need to be successful? It's a mini game. It's a nice thumbnail. There you go. 1 million views. Like, oh Jesus, I wish.
It's not that simple.
I feel like this is a misrepresentation of my workplace.
Yeah. Considering most YouTubers never break never break 100.
It's a slightly harsher reality. I must unfortunately say. Just a
By
little
the
bit.
way, what's the XPs for today?
100.
100.
Yeah, I think we only got the one, so
We
Just
were
100.
there. We participated.
You did participate.
I don't know. We killed the program. I think we should get XP for that.
That's an additional 1,000. Whoa.
Sounds like a minus.
We managed to murder the program.
Floral78 says Keebs must present cheeks to chat and apologize. I agree. That'll be see, that's another thing too, though. We could live pretty well, not in Vietnam, because they don't like that shit, but in Thailand, we could live pretty well off Kyle's cheeks.
Suspicious. This Texas plan thing will have to wait till we all become more sustainable. This is highly dependent
Where was
on
Bangkok? I like the name Bangkok.
That's Thailand's capital city.
That's Thailand. Okay.
Yep, Bangkok.
Because I do like the name Bangkok.
I forget.
Like, I can't help but think that whenever I was ordering something online, I would just giggle to myself as I write in Bangkok.
It's actually, I think, from a I think it's actually pronounced differently in their native tongue.
I don't care what the savages think it's called, Kyle.
I'll have to ask Salah.
Like, it's Bangkok is Bangkok.
They have squiggly text.
Brother Doom says his name was Robert Paulson. Meatloaf? Meatloaf.
Oh.
Meatloaf. Black 1917 says Quack and Hail Archchrist, our fluffy lord and savior. Pencil for keeps. Also, hi Hans, hi Disco. How's Kitty?
He's wandered off. He was downstairs sleeping on the sofa when I went for tea.
Ah, damn it. He's dead, is he?
Meatloaf? Yeah.
Ah. Well, that's a little sad. I didn't mind Meatloaf. Black
Apparently
1917
it was
also
the
says
coop that
Rip
got him.
Mayo. He just wanted chew toys.
Poor Meal.
I don't see what Mayo did wrong. Lord of the Opossums. Dev, you pooped on my honor last stream. If you want to be forgiven for your sins, then you need to squeak.
Which poop this time?
Which one? You frequently poop on the honor of your viewership, do you?
Yes.
Ah. Well. In this case, it can be resolved with you saying squeak.
I did that during the stream already. You already got it out of me. You've paid for it. If you want more squeaks, you got to pay for them.
Very savvy of you. Abdi Muhammad, for the love of God, man, what is the name of that hentai for research purposes? Verbally spelled the name of that hentai. Unfortunately, it wasn't much of a web hentai. There's very little sex in it. It's something like, oh god. I was turned down by the Succubus Student Council president? Or something like that? Like, it's got one of those retardo long names. Oh god, I need to actually find this now, don't I? Kyle. Help? Me?
I do not know. I don't watch these weird animus like you.
Wasn't
I'm
it
a
anime?
normal person.
Oh, there we go.
Whatever, Sam.
It's called I Was Rejected by the Succubus President. That's the name of it. The Romani name of it. It's actually pretty good. Like, I'm enjoying it. It's got a very dark story. A really fucking dark story. And I'm liking that. The art is a bit runny cake, but otherwise. Lord of the Opossum says, can it be lore that Puggles is a super demon of the Horned Rat, but he is not allowed to use his powers because the Horned Rat hates Kifs and wants him to suffer through these trials? I mean, it could be.
Explain
I don't
his
say it can't be.
ability to do things.
Yeah, like steer the ship, like navigating without ever being able to see the ocean, basically.
You don't know nothing about me.
So
Tears up.
since we are done early and Naomi just came home, I'm gonna go say hi to her. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, betraying earlier.
20 minutes early.
Yes. Listen, girlfriend
Very well,
privilege,
damn.
right?
So long as you go and fix Tabletops in.
Yep.
Dr. Disco on fixing it.
I will figure it out. Maybe.
Yes, tell
Probably
me.
not.
No. Tell me how it's breaking so that I can.
Okay, hold on.
figure
Before
out
I go,
how-
just give me a second.
how to
Just give me a
fix it.
second. Tabletop simulator. I'll double click it. What does it do? It's loading.
I want you to send me any errors, anything that it tells you as to why it's breaking.
Oh yeah, it won't load any of the models.
Do you have any models?
Yes, you have to go onto Steam and you like subscribe to certain model packs or whatever, and you download them and all that. It still gives me like a billion errors every time I try to load it. So
Okay, I want the errors.
That
You
sounds
can
like
do
it
that.
might be your model pack, though, because a
Screen
lot of the model
capture.
packs don't work.
possibly, to be fair though, all the model packs I got were from Sargon when we were playing that before.
This
Well,
makes sense.
There's your problem.
This one of them.
Take those off. Don't ever listen to Sargon and try again.
Astoria, don't get fired.
Oh, he knows.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
buddy.
Lord of the Opossums says, remember to strap a bomb to a brown fur Skaven slave and skitter leap them into the orc camp. Plus, can a pet carry multiple guns for Disco? Depends on the pet's carry capacity, I guess. Lord Vario's banking error in Kib's favor. Collect 20 tokens. Banking error? There's no banking error in Kib's favor in Skavendom.
Look, he's mad. He's rangry.
Lord of the Opossum then has a whole diatribe. Sell Ludmilla feed pics for the base.
Whoops. That's what that file was. I was wondering.
Uh-huh.
That was abrupt. Don't worry, Bart, you're safe. He's paranoid now.
Orcs walking in the forest, but one stops sniffing the air. The others look at him and say, what do you smell? He turns towards the trees. Rat flesh. Very Lord of the Ringsy. Orcs. Yes. The orcs are better than the orcs, because they are in space and they have guns. Dev loves his traps, mainly the cat ones. Right, Kib?
Yeah, true.
So Hans is the tiny one in the group. He's the one of low stature. And Hans, we are outnumbered 3-1, Kyle. Then it is an even fight. Disco, open fire. Burn their green hides.
No, we
This is
couldn't.
Halo 3, I think. I think you changed the words.
We could not.
The Real Haltonator says, what's Dev's objection to Tabletop Simulator? He was given a bunch of things by Sargon, and then they all failed. And then Dev thought, oh, this must be the program's fault, instead of the logical solution, which is, it was all Sargon's fault. It would be kind of funny if that turns out actually being the case. Like, he just sent him a bunch of broken mods.
So it's the boomer leading the boomer. And then the
Yes.
second boomer was like, must just be broken.
The blind leading the blinder.
Yes.
True.
I've never heard of somebody being able to break tabletop sims, so I was a little bit skeptical of that, but you know. Night Linger sends £5 with no attached message. It doesn't even say message retracted, so that might be Susan, who knows. The Dastly Dutchman says, have you tried taking a look at Foundry VTT? I have indeed. Foundry is... it's decent. But it doesn't have the rule system we use, so we'd have to do a bunch of dumb shit with it. We might have another look at it for Rogue Trader, because it did have the Rogue Trader rule system, and after being used to automation now, I don't want to go back to reading the rules every time we roll a dice. It makes me sad. Andrew Jackson says, thinking rat. Army go to Vampire Island and raid it for weapons and stuff. Free army upgrade kit, rat style. Oh. That would probably be a battle against the Skaven. And let's get the Empire, yes.
Empire.
Black 1917 says, Kyle, when do we get lewd Celeste art like Ria?
Oh yeah, Salah posted a lewd drawing the other day because he's a degenerate. I keep forgetting. It's in part of his nature. You won't find me commissioning that, but you can do what you want. Just age her up. That's all I ask. Don't make it weird.
Kyle,
Make me feel sad.
you make an underage girl.
Yeah.
Yes. This is your fault.
I
This is your
didn't do
responsibility.
anything to her yet. But she's
This is your responsibility, Kyle.
All I ask is they age them up. And Arch told me if I did anything particularly wrong to that character that he'd beat me. Which is kind of weird.
Hello, FBI. Yes, so there's a child molester here.
Oh,
Lives in Minnesota. No, nothing more accurate than that. Just arrest the whole state.
Fair enough. You're bound to find someone.
And finally, Lord of the Opossum says, kitty noises, please.
Kitty's not here.
Shake kitty. Like a pop can.
Here, no.
Go get him, Disco.
No.
Go get the
Sounds
kitty,
good.
Disco. See, Gibbs looks out for you. Disco's enemy. That's how I win chat's favor. And Disco becomes enemy number 1.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll give you a day off.
He's like, that's content.
And thusly, Kyle found himself without a programmer. His life soured.
Soured.
Just like, no.
Well, Tyler, you got more work to do. He's like, no. I passed the buck.
That one's already.
All right. Well, hopefully we can do this properly again next week with any luck. We'll have to wait and see on the dev's ability to press buttons in a way that isn't retarded.
True.
Like, I don't expect much, to be entirely honest, but you know.
I'm sure Disco will beat Dev into getting it to work. I have confidence in her.
And Sargo.
If nothing else, he'll have bruises.
I mean, if it literally is just he downloaded broken mods, then we just need
And then
to
he
use
just
mods off.
gives up because, like, oh, the model doesn't load, so therefore it broke. And it's like, oh my god.
I think the biggest problem is going to be getting him to actually sit down and fix it. If I'm like, right, you need to go into this folder, get the mods, and yeet them, and he's like, I don't know.
Because they
And
might
just
be
gives
corrupt,
up.
yeah.
That's my only concern is that he might need to do something that he can't be bothered to do. But
In all due
Ethan,
likelihood, because I too have had lots of mods or models, basically individual models that doesn't work in that game. It's just a question of finding an alternative mod pack, and there are usually tons of
Yeah, but-
mod packs.
if it's actually preventing his game from loading, then he might need to delete the mods manually.
Oh no, he got in the game. He was just trying to load the model, and the model
okay.
wouldn't load.
Right, so we just get him some new mods.
Yes, that seems to be the extent of the world-stopping problem here.
Oh my god, Dev!
What do you do now?
The conundrum appears to be lesser than Dev perhaps let on.
It's broken!
Yeah,
It's
blowing
not
out of
broken, Dev.
proportion.
Just a tiny bit. Then again, he is but a dev. What can you expect? And Black 1917 sneaks in at the end to say, "You made the lolly, now lewd the lolly. Only protect the lollies. They are small and adorable."
When you make characters, you don't have to worry about getting hentai for them. The fans will do it for you if they're good enough.
That's right. That's what made Overwatch such a success.
Bro, you don't need to do it. They'll take care of it.
And so, with that, we will wrap things up. Thank you all very much for watching and your very generous donations. And we will see you all again next week with the Archcast and hopefully some tabletop sim of this battle. Yes, it'll be grand and glorious. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.